I can't die yet.
A little bit.
All right.
That's not
a
true.
little bit.
Just because you're not that old doesn't mean that you can't die.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
aware. I'm just saying I don't want to.
All right.
We're good to go.
We are live.
Yay, live.
Live and on the internet. Woo! Woo!
It's not as cool as this side. Ugh.
All right.
I've had
Hello and welcome. It's Wednesday. We are the Initiative Syndicate.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to play Dungeons and Dragons like we do every single Wednesday.
Yeah, we do.
We are down to Skriznit today, unfortunately. He will be back next week. He's on vacation. Skriz, if you're watching, we miss you.
You know, I feel like I actually am him because I feel like he always wears orange shirts.
Always wears orange.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I don't know. I've ever seen him wear an orange shirt.
I think he wore an orange shirt last session.
Yeah, like every session.
Yeah, I'm usually used to looking at the camera and seeing.
You ever seen Charlie Brown, like The Great Pumpkin?
Yeah.
That's a terrible cartoon.
I know Charlie Brown's a little overhyped.
I think Charlie Brown sucks, personally.
I don't know. The
said.
Thanksgiving episodes aren't bad. It's like
Nah, it was
tradition.
terrible, too.
Tradition. He never kicked that.
None of those
football.
guys could dance.
He
The
never-
only guy that was cool in the whole show was Pigpen, and they were always giving that dude shit. All right, anyway, we're not going to talk about the peanuts today.
No, but we are going to talk about last stream on Twitch, rolling fully to YouTube.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Apparently, this is the last stream on this platform. From here on out, you will only be able to exclusively view us on YouTube
And Kick.
and maybe
If Kick has Dungeons and Dragons.
and maybe Kick later, but YouTube for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is kick spelled like you think it's spelled? Or is there like a weird K in there somewhere?
No. It's K-I-C-K.
So Twitch, it's been grand, I guess.
You could say that.
Woo!
It's been 41 weeks.
41 weeks, we almost made it a full year,
Almost.
almost.
Tough. Titty.
Too bad.
Any other Initiative Syndicate announcements? We got anything else going on? The
Spotify will be updated.
the podcast is going to be updated finally.
Rob, you want a new job?
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
It's really easy. I'll get you updated.
Yeah, so
I'll give you
Spotify
the
should be
side-
updated up to current stuff.
By the time you get this episode, it will be.
It'll be updated up to current stuff. There's a lot of good stuff that you guys have missed if you only watch us in podcast form.
Yeah.
God, they missed a
Well-
lot.
Well, they wouldn't know
They wouldn't know.
because they would have already been caught up. Because they
Maybe.
only watch us in podcast form.
Maybe.
My brain.
Unless they follow our social medias. I mean, Ray's does. He knows what's up. He's been like, when's the episodes coming? So Ray's, we're gonna have Spotify. It'll be updated. You'll have all the episodes.
Yeah.
You'll have weeks of content. To
Yeah,
catch up on.
exactly.
The last time Spotify was updated,
March
Bill wrote-
26th.
Bill wrote penis on my notebook.
He writes that every week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's never much a thing. So
Anyway,
which week?
we're gonna do a brief recap of last week's session, and then we're gonna get rolling. Last week, the Gravy Train representing
Gravy 20.
Team Izzet in the Illicit Maze Challenge took on the Selesnya Guild Challenge. They weren't sure exactly what they were going to face, and it ended up being that they were going to face primal forces of nature and those who wield them. Their task was never laid before them other than they had to reach Vitu-Ghazi, and on their way to reach Vitu-Ghazi, the Great World Tree, they encountered a massive worm and a worm caller. Their new friend showed off some different magical abilities, including a spell that allows her to enhance her familiar and animate things. So that was fun. Skriz got to ride around on a giant eagle / magpie, and he had a good time. So, you guys killed the worm. You guys defeated the worm caller. Liz went down. He got back up with 1 hit point. Did I miss anything important from last week's session other than those things?
I don't think
No, I
so.
think I'm good. I
Got
think I got it.
Pretty good.
All right, so we're going to basically be picking up. Rocky and Liz are covered in worm vomit
Yeah, I think now's
and
probably,
worm guts,
probably a good time to.
and
put
you are at 1 hit point.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a cure wounds third level on myself.
And go.
Woo! Time to heal myself.
Y'all think they got any showers here? I'm feeling kind of filthy a little bit. Oh god,
13. Wait. 13.
is that a liver? Is that the thing's liver? What does a worm liver look like? I think it's that.
I'm not a specialist on worms, but it might be.
Medicine check.
Medicine check.
What does a 3 get me?
A 3.
You know that it was at one time in the worm.
I don't even know if it's liver. I just know it was in the worm.
So it could be the liver.
You don't even know if it was like his organ or something they ate earlier.
I mean, are you bleeding?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't see anything falling out of you.
He'll be fine.
I just need a.
Yeah, I probably have a lot
Take
less
a
force
bath.
than I did
then-
before.
I just walk
Smoke
over
her.
and I just start rapidly casting prestidigitation over and over and over.
Oh yeah, get the back end there.
You know, it is tradition. After you kill your first giant one, did
Yeah.
it when I was a little boy. You actually
Really?
eat the liver raw.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't kill it. Who killed it again?
I don't remember.
No, I'm pretty
No,
sure
I
it
killed
was
the dragon.
Elvin.
I didn't kill it.
Oh, but I'm pretty sure you did.
Check the
It
tape.
definitely wasn't me.
I don't have to check
Wait,
the
didn't I
tape.
go like? Oh, I did.
I
go like
was
that.
down.
Yeah, now it's coming back to him.
Oh yeah.
So I can help you.
She
cook it
killed
up.
the dragon.
Yeah, I killed the dragon with a stick.
With a s-
This is
It was a
turning
magic
out
stick.
not to be in my favor.
How the turntables.
I will pick up the liver, or what I think is liver,
Sure.
and just take a clean bite out of it.
Okay.
Can we roll for organ to see what
I think it's medicine checks.
single digits? It's part of the bowel.
I think I even know what an intestine looks like.
A worm intestine though?
I know
Could
what
look
it
like
is.
a spleen. Could look like
For you,
pancreas.
but roll for medicine check if you want to know. Stop dilly dallying around. My medicine might be better, but it's
I only have a +2.
I have a -1. I don't even.
Got a 21 though.
You're pretty sure it's a kidney.
I'm not gonna say anything.
kidney bean.
So yeah, go ahead and
I already bit into it.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
I'm gonna step 10 feet back so he can't get my bonus.
I'll guide myself, I guess. Asshole. Actually, this guy's been fucking rolling like shit. Okay. 15.
It doesn't go down. It's pretty tough. It doesn't go down super easy, but
What?
it's a lot. It's a lot tougher than you expected.
As soon as he takes the bite in, I think that was actually a kidney.
Well, where's the liver?
Is it a little gamey?
Nah. It's kind of like your mama's beef jerky. It's a little chewy, but it's good.
She didn't make beef jerky.
Oh, is that sensitive?
No, I mean she just
Oh.
didn't.
I figured since you were cow beef, you'll learn about it when you order.
That's one.
I didn't call you cow, man.
That's two.
Fine. Do we know where the liver is? Medicine man.
Another medicine check. Crits. Apparently, I know a lot about worms.
You are there, man.
You're pretty sure that they're way deep down inside the worm.
Yeah, you just you see the worm's body, gotta go really, really far into the body, and you should find it there.
Yeah, screws can light up your head, so you got like a flashlight in there.
Yeah.
I'll go and find the liver.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
not
gonna
following
go
him, so
into the
good
worm.
luck.
Okay. How far down in the worm do you want to go?
I mean, he pointed in the general direction where it's at.
It's way down in the
Yeah,
worm.
way down in the worm.
Yeah, wouldn't I just be able to walk further down like the worm before I go in?
It's not like it's a cave. It's like an organism. They were getting squished in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk in. Fuck it.
You can only walk through where you open to get. You're gonna have to like squeeze down and through there, bro.
Well, we're gonna take a long rest while you.
I want you to picture that scene in Ace Ventura where he's coming out with Rhino, the fake Rhino. It's not quite like that, but it's close.
All right. I'll just slice my way through.
Okay, so you are chopping and grinding through this thing, having no idea what the liver of a giant worm looks like or how close you are.
That sounds good.
When do you want to stop?
When I feel like I got there.
When you get to a spot where there is a bunch of intestinal organs, you're not sure what they are.
Well, time
I'll
to
take 2 out of it. I'll take a chunk from each different one.
All right.
Even
we're
if
gonna
there's
roll.
like 8, I won't.
Alright.
I'm just only gonna take 2. I'll bring 2 back
All right,
and
so
give
the
to my
first
medicine man.
chunk is that, and the second chunk is that. All right,
He's
cool.
gonna traverse all the way out. Now, how many hours are we losing right now?
It's probably like an hour.
Yeah,
to,
it's gotta
to
be.
come down in there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm gonna use that hour to take a short rest.
You got it.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
So the party is opting to take a short rest.
While they're napping, and I come out of there.
You come back crawled in worm guts, blood, and
I toss the 2 chunks
Bile.
at medicine man. While I'm assuming he's laying down on his back, so I'm just gonna kind of toss him into his lap and ask him if this is it.
all right. So medicine check.
Sure.
Guidance.
Thanks. I got a 16 this time.
You recognize the organs. One of it is part of the intestine, and the other one is part of the heart.
All right, medicine man. What are these?
I'm gonna point to the heart. That's the liver.
That's the liver.
That's the one.
You promise?
I promise.
Deal. He's never led me astray. I'll take a bite out of the heart.
Another Constitution saving throw.
I feel like if it was a liver, it would still be the same roll, so it doesn't really matter.
10.
10.
I did get a nap.
You're not able.
I got a nat one.
You're not able to actually bite through this really tough organ. You try to put your teeth through it, and it's too. It's like biting into a sponge, but harder.
Well, just as I thought. My teeth have gotten brittle in my old age.
Well, what's important is you tried.
I think we'll take it
I
with
thought
us.
the friends you made along the way was the most important.
We'll
The worm guts you found along the way.
we'll saute this up, get it a little bit, more on the medium side,
Sure.
and then we'll eat it as a team.
Well, I mean, I'd hate to take away from your prize for killing your first worm.
Thank
So, it's all you. I'm gonna.
That's an honorable thing.
It ain't much, but it's honest.
I know I like you, cow man.
That's 3.
His work we get 4.
It is Ravnica. Well, so I believe we should talk about what we want to do next. I believe next in the order is District 2, Precinct 2, and Orzaren. Yep.
Yep.
I can't remember what district it's in.
I think so. We're in 3, so 2 probably the closest one. I think.
Yeah, I think we wanted to end in Precinct 1 if we could.
Yeah. So then
There's your world map.
Azorius.
Can I get a large bar?
So yeah, we're
Can we
in
make
3
large
here. Then we head to 2, which I think that's where the Azorius Guild Hall was.
Do we know how many are dead?
How many?
How would you know?
We just got that update, so we
we
knew
did.
like
Okay,
it was like
we're dead.
yeah, but we don't know
Okay.
as of right now.
Yeah.
So if you head to Precinct 2, you would need to go to New Prov.
Okay.
So I think we kind of well we probably can't stay here.
For what?
Selesnya
Did
area?
we-
Whoa, we took a long rest.
Did we
Or, sorry,
technically-
short rest.
Did we technically finish, or I don't think we
We
technically
didn't
finished
finish
the
the thing, that's
challenge.
true. We didn't get to the ley line. So.
You have not collected the ley
We
line.
still need to keep going towards V2 Gazi. That's apparently like
Shit.
what we know. So,
I'm out here eating worm guts and we still haven't even finished.
As you have been taking your rest, you notice that a couple of the other druid callers that come up to the worm caller, and they sort of perform magic on the worm caller, not the worm, trying to restore him back to some semblance of consciousness, and then they sort of cart the worm caller off. It looked as though he had some sort of protective spell on him, maybe death ward or something, that kept him from actually dying.
makes sense.
The worm, however, is dead.
Whoopsie.
How does death word work?
If you are reduced to 0 hit points, you are at 1 instead.
Is it something that lasts for a while?
I think it's either
Can
8
I-
hours or
8 hours,
24
yeah.
hours.
Do I notice that the druid might be still alive, or that he might be alive?
You can make a perception check.
Nope. 10.
I mean, you see the guys going over and trying to heal him, and then you see
Okay.
them tote him off.
Before you go, I think I don't know. Maybe you guys have something like this. You guys are creepy fucks. Can you keep people alive?
Keep people alive in what regard, stranger?
Like, say I died. Been there.
Again.
The elven druid, not the one that you battled, a different elven druid. Nah, not elven,
But Elvin.
but elven. He pulls back his hood. You mean indefinitely?
No, like if I died once, could you keep me stable?
Of course.
Okay.
Simple healing magic.
What's that magic?
You're a practitioner of the divine.
Yeah, but I've never done anything like that. I mean, I've lived, but I don't think mine was by a spell. It was gifted to me.
You have a dark presence around you.
What don't we all? We've seen some shit. We've been through it. Killed ogres.
I'm not sure what you're asking. You want me to teach you this magic?
Yeah.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
Not from an Azor.
The Selesnya do not give out their secrets to non-Selesnya.
Okay.
Switch
Well,
guilds.
could you give me, like, give it to me? Not like give me the spell, but like, make me live? If I do go down?
You might do better to ask your order.
I figured he'd say that shit. God damn it. Alright, well, carry on.
How y'all doing?
He nods, pulls his hood back up, and they load up the unconscious worm collar onto the back of one of the giant dire wolves.
Stick you bastard.
Each time you say worm collar, I feel like it's like dog collar around the worm.
Worm collar.
It's Elvin, not Elvin.
That's the confusion. 2 L's.
Mhm.
I'm here to solve this Pam
Not
situation.
collar. Collar.
Collar.
Yeah.
As in collar.
Hello, Miss Lady.
All right. Well, shall we keep moving towards V2 Gazi?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, and I feel like we should still try and keep that low profile, so I'm running into many crews. There can't be many of us left, and I do feel like some of the crews might just be hunting other crews and not actually doing the challenges. So staying on the low profile side be a good thing.
Well, we're basically like it's like open area right now. but-
You're actually in the Selesnya
Yeah.
area. It's a pretty open area.
But this is like, from what I gathered earlier, we're like in a magic barrier, right? So
From what you can discern, yes, there is still a magic barrier up in the area. You
I feel
are.
like for here we're fine, and I don't really know there's any way to stay low profile. But once we
Well,
get out of here, I
Yeah,
agree.
that's what I'm saying. Like, take the back roads,
Yep.
maybe not
Mhm.
10th Street.
yeah, I feel like we have a little bit of extra time to do that. Hopefully, so
I've got Tinsel flying around overhead, keeping an eye out for right now.
any more worms?
If
Just
he
in
sees
case.
like someone who looks like me but like a lot bigger and maybe darker shade,
Okay.
that's gonna be bad.
That's
Okay,
a red
she'll,
flag right
He
there.
needs to let us know.
she'll let me know.
All
Yeah.
right.
We can talk.
He's got daddy issues.
Don't we all?
True.
I don't.
Thanks.
I don't anymore.
He lost his dad.
he has new daddy issues, but they're different than everybody else.
He calls me daddy.
That's the new daddy issue.
That's right. That's
And
it.
it's a problem. Which is the issue.
It's only weird for one of us.
You want to get married?
All right, onward towards the giant tree.
You continue your path through the flattened grasslands and small structures. It looks like huts and maybe more like living quarters. They're not stacked up quite the same way. They're a little bit more spread out. It kind of gives you the feeling of almost going through like a rural area in that the houses, they're kind of spread out a little bit further. There's a lot more structure and design to them. They almost seem as though they are purposefully placed. And if you had maybe more of an aerial view, you might see that there's some sort of pattern or something about them. As Tinsel flies over, you can actually see that it almost looks as though the building structure where you're heading towards Vitu-Ghazi is shaped into what looks to be almost like a sun pattern, with Vitu-Ghazi at the apex of the middle of the sun pattern. And you've never actually viewed it from this spot before, but it looks very similar to the Selesnya symbol from certain points of view when Tinsel flies over. The rest of the trip towards Vitu-Ghazi is uneventful. No wildlife, no other people seem to be in the vicinity, and no other worms. As you reach the base of the tree, you look and see that all of these like sets of stairs and bridges and things are built from across its branches to reach up to the different levels. It looks as though some of the large branches that spawn out this tree, to call it massive would be doing it an injustice. It's the largest living organism in all of Ravnica. It looks as though it's almost like several skyscrapers stacked up on top of each other and bundled around, like the Ewok village on crack. There are natural structures and holes within the branches and the trunks, the many trunks that sort of spiral around and form the one massive set of roots that go down into the ground. The thing that's strange about it is that the tree itself does not look like anything was carved into it. It's almost as if it formed that way naturally. It's almost as if the tree or magic of some sort molded the tree to fit the needs of the people. You get a sense of sentience from the tree itself, even those who are not inherently close to nature. You feel as though not the people in the tree, but the tree itself is watching you. You feel kind of humbled at just how massive and large the tree is, towering several hundred feet in the air.
That's a big tree.
At the very
Yep.
base is a large wooden vining, trampling mass of bushes and leaves and almost like these thorny things that form like it's like an archway that goes into the heart of the tree. The circumference of this tree it's every bit of as big as Nivix or Sunhome. It's a massive building. It looks like a massive building made from roots and bark at the bottom base of the tree. One big archway that goes in, several other little openings that go around. It's almost like the mirrored reflection of down in the Golgari area, where there was the vine walls and the moss trees and like the cluster of trees that formed the village. This is one entity, not several, but much brighter here as sun peeks through the many branches of the tree. The pathway leads into the tree. You don't see any other like organisms around either, and that strikes you as odd. You don't see birds, you don't hear deer, you don't see any Selesnya.
You guys want to continue?
Yeah, we gotta get the thing and go to the place and keep going. Got
Alright.
a whole Ravnica to save.
So we'll walk towards the gateway area, and assuming it's like the other things in some of the other guilds, I'll attempt to hold up my pendant and see if the vines go away.
The vines are not blocking your way.
Oh, the vines aren't
the
blocking
archway
my way,
is
okay.
completely open. You can see into the heart of the tree.
Then we'll just keep going.
Well, the heart of the tree, or the heart of the worm. I see.
As you walk through the bark and vines that form the archway, into what looks to be the main entrance chamber. And it's not really a doorway, but it's the best way to describe it. It's just a large opening. That opening itself is probably 15 to 20 feet high and maybe 20 feet wide. It's massive. It looks like large things or big groups of people could easily come through this opening. You enter into the tree itself, and it looks as though it looks kind of like what you would expect a tree that has been chopped down to look like, but there's several steps that go up into the middle of the tree. They go out into the branches. It's just several sets of stairways and chambers that lead into the back parts of the tree. Some of them looks like they go down into the root basins and underneath the tree. It actually looks as though some of the roots themselves have become like cellars or basements from what you can discern without actually looking down into it. You do see a large Selesnya insignia sort of carved, but it doesn't look like it was carved with anything by hand. It looks much like the other structures in on the tree, in that it's almost as if the tree bent to the will of what they needed.
Well, I think this is where we get our ley line. So go ahead and go up to it and do what we did before the other areas.
So you step up onto the Selesnya insignia on the ground that is sort of carved into this tree, tree trunk, so to speak. And as you approach, you see on the walls and sort of the ceiling above, you hear what sounds like twisting wood and vines starting to spiral down and come and start to form like a shape in front of you. It doesn't seem threatening, but it's more than one set of vines coming down and almost like roots from the tree or branches, and they twist and sort of form a basin in front of you, and you can see them sort of like twisting around each other and like Play-Doh, and starting to form and take shape into a creature, a sentient creature in front of you with what looks to be 3 forms, all attached into one. I'll show you a picture.
Fancy.
As soon as I can remember where that picture is. I know where it is. It's in my book. This looks like a dryad of some type, but a more complicated dryad than any of you have ever seen before. It almost looks as though there are 3 individual entities that make up this single entity. I know I have it in here. That's poor Birdmos. There we go. The smaller one looks almost elvish, with long blondish brown hair, wearing almost it looks like some sort of crown made of leaves. And she has this green dress that looks like it's made from one solid giant piece of leaf. And then where her legs would be, they sort of bend and twist and look like a vine that goes into the entire entity. It's like she does not have legs. The entity itself does not look like it has legs. It looks like it has these vines that sort of like twist around and move it around. The slightly larger one looks like it has more like vines and darker hair. It looks more savage, still elvish, but darker brown hair. Their faces, they're actually quite striking for being like a dryad type creature. They look youthful and vibrant, and they're kind of stunning. The one in the middle, though, the one that looks to be almost like the main one, is wearing what looks like this robe made of vines and leaves that sort of flows down around where you can see the roots coming out. And none of these actual entities have legs. All their legs sort of merge into this root structure that goes around them. And the one in the middle looks stern but passive, kind of like a teacher. She kind of holds her hand out to you. I'm going to show you the picture. So that is what you see.
Ooh, pretty. What's her armor class?
Her armor class without bark skin is 17.
Wait,
Would you want to know her challenge rating too?
give us the details.
It's 25.
25. Almost
That's better
back
than
then.
24.
Oh, sorry. It's 24.
25.
Got him. So that's mostly a Kraken with none of the buffs. Take it.
So
Okay.
the
Beat it.
central creature of this dryad-like entity looks at you, since you're holding the pendant and standing on the emblem, and sort of holds her hand out in like a handshaking friendly gesture.
Okay.
What do you do?
I, I guess I'll extend my arm out to try and receive the handshake. type gesture.
So you shake the entity's hand. The hand is very warm. It does have a like plant-like feel. It almost feels as though you are touching a stick, but smooth, one that's been had most of the bark removed off of it, like when you take a stick and you shave it down with a knife.
Whittle.
Whittle, sure, whittle,
How was that? Boy
whittle
Scouts?
wood. But it does have a strange warmth to it. It has like an aura to it that protrudes magic. This is a powerful entity. When she begins to speak to you, you hear all of their voices speaking at once, but only one mouth moving. The central one starts to speak, and then her mouth stops speaking, and the voice carries out over into the other one, and then that one stops speaking, and then carries out over into the other one. But it's all one unified voice, even though it sounds as though three voices are speaking at once. You have bested the challenge.
You sound surprised. No one else done that?
There is another,
What do they look like?
not like you.
Well, that's a good thing.
And
You
how
know-
many have you completed so far?
2 or 3. Taking our time.
We got plenty of it. How you doing?
I already completed. This is our 8th, right?
Doesn't need to know that. Damn, be cool.
Fucking narc.
Yeah, we just beat our 8th.
Only narcs call people narcs. Narc.
You have the right.
The only other one to complete this challenge was our own.
Ah,
Well, makes. Are we one of you now?
Are we one of you? I don't think that's how that works.
You hear in your mind, and no one else hears it. Do you wish to be one of us?
Well, I have a nice salary over at the Orzhov. How much you guys paying? In my
You're
head.
paid in life.
Ellen's like, now you're speaking.
What kind of life?
Natural life. Extended life. And life for all of Ravnica.
And what do you need from me?
You have a darkness about you.
Yes.
Is this something that you voluntarily undertook? Or were you cursed? It smells like a curse.
It's complicated.
The smell taints this place.
I'm pretty sure it's me. No.
Can you
I just
fix
took an
it?
air shower, so.
You have promised your soul to a powerful entity.
Yeah, but can you make me live longer? That way I don't have to pay up so fast.
You could try dying less.
Got him.
You know, you're not the only one to
There
tell
it
me
is.
that.
Yep.
No, I mean,
three factor.
I definitely want. I mean, she's giving me everything. She's giving me a cool hammer and sword. This thing keeps changing on me. She gave me wings, but I mean, I don't know shit to the Orzhov, so I'm willing to make a deal.
You owe no loyalty to those who provide you with sustenance, salary, and shelter.
Yeah, but you see, I know my life will end.
All living things end eventually.
100%. I'm with you there. But the problem is, and I'm making all these hand motions while I'm talking in my head. The problem with it is they did me wrong. Well, I guess bad people in the Ozab did me wrong, and that probably leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But I think, I don't know, you drive a pretty hard bargain. I mean, you're like, hey, life. You can't put a price tag on that. That's more than any salary the Orzab's ever gonna give me.
It's not that you're not welcome, child. You just have to give up the ways of who you are.
And that is,
You have embraced the darkness that surrounds you.
I'm controlling it.
We can see the contents of your heart.
Yeah, I'm a good guy. Good guy.
Oh, but you smell death. Death is not welcome here.
So I can't.
Not that type of death.
So I can't join you.
Neither can your wizard friend.
I'm not undead. What are you talking about?
Why
It's
can't?
not that you couldn't, but it would be probably a painful rejection of your patron.
Yeah, we might have to
don't-
fight
you don't need
a
her.
death pact
She-
angel.
Bet he didn't bring that, did he?
I don't
Or
know.
did I?
It's like I knew you'd take this deal. Well, yeah, I don't want to make her mad. Like I said, she gave me everything. Can't do it wrong.
If you can somehow sever the ties of your current promise, we would be willing to open the doors to you. For all are welcome within the Selesnya Combine.
Wow, that's very cool. You know, can I have like a token of appreciation? Like, can I have one of you guys' emblems?
No.
Where's the shot? Can you give me the thing that if you die, you come back?
Are you not a practitioner of the divine?
You guys keep saying that. No, I don't have that spell. Will you give it to me?
I can't give you magic.
No, but will you teach me? Real quick.
I can't teach you magic.
Damn.
Perhaps if you join our order, we could share Selesnya secrets with you.
Well, could you just give it to me now? Just do
You
the spell
want-
on me?
You want the blessing.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm afraid that it wouldn't work on you.
Shit. Okay. It won't work on me. Probably won't work on him. We'll give it to the good guy. And again, I'm talking with my hands
Oh, we're
without
definitely-
any words.
Yeah.
And I
With
point
the
at
amount of
I point
voices
at, I
in
point
Owen's
at
head,
Rocky.
We're
Interesting.
totally used to this.
He's
by
the
now.
good guy, huh?
Think he's talking the hammer again? Okay.
Yeah, he give it to Rocky.
Yeah, I don't want no hammer.
You know, amongst your entire group, there's not one person I would call a good guy.
No, but he's the best one we have.
Interesting.
At least he puts a hard bargain.
He has rage in his heart.
Yeah, he's pretty big. He doesn't like cowman. 3 strikes already. Did
Then you hear in your head, that's 4.
Yeah.
But no, he has a family.
The goblin is an ex-chaotic demon worshiper.
Yeah.
The wizard is a zombie, and
I got to deal with the angel. I don't know anything about Hobo McGee over here, but I
and
can't.
your new wizard friend twists the very nature of reality.
Okay, well, you know, out of all you're saying here, just an anger at your
Sound like
problem.
a
That really doesn't sound too
great-
bad.
Group of people.
Oh, you
That
think
everybody
that
in the town would like.
she doesn't have darkness about her either?
No, I said she does, but he just has an anger issue. But I'm just saying, could you give it to him? He's got a
No.
family to go home to. You said no?
No.
Well, where's the shot?
Selesnya secrets.
Well,
There's too much darkness in all of your hearts.
we gotta clean up our act. Okay. Right. That's fair.
A little late for me. I'm already a zombie.
Clean that up.
This whole time, Navena's standing as far back as she can while still being visible, looking rather uncomfortable. Not saying anything, just rather
Yeah, the
uncomfortable.
rest of the party is used to that.
And he talks to his hammer. That's
It's-
what he's doing.
The,
happens a lot.
the dryad-like creature, without moving its root structure that's attached to the base of the tree, it sort of stretches around and begins encircling the party almost like a snake. Not to wrap you up, just to almost
I didn't do
to
anything.
film like a barrier.
Oh,
Did you
great!
have
You
good-
pissed her off.
Good talk with your hammer.
We are Tristani. We are the leader of the Selesnya Conclave. Your friend tried to negotiate entrance into our numbers and asked us to bestow Selesnya secrets upon you, which we have denied.
I'm not surprised.
What is my plan?
Under normal circumstances, most of you would not be welcome here.
Can you tell him why?
Well,
I think they know why.
That's
Do you want to know why she told him?
Oh wow,
I feel like Liz has been
Boros
uncomfortable the
personally,
entire
so-
time he's been during this challenge.
Makes sense.
Nah,
You
you
like peering eyes at him.
you have anger problems.
Define anger.
You get really mad.
Sometimes, like when people call me cowman.
You've been holding it in then.
I told you I was mad.
You did. I just didn't believe you. You're too nice of a guy.
Well,
Well, yeah,
I let a lot of it out when I fight.
that's good.
It's
You don't
fine.
want to be a soft cow man. Those are bad.
Good to let your emotions out. They don't want to bottle 'em up.
If you are ready to receive the ley line energy from our guild, please hold out your pendant.
I will hold out my pendant.
And one of the arms of this dryad creature reaches out and touches your pendant. And it lights up with a haze of green tree on the Selesnya symbol and white radiant energy circling around it. And you have now collected the Selesnya ley line energy. Now, if you would be so kind, leave.
yeah, I'm already.
And the dryad sort of loops back around and then sinks back down into the tree.
You know, I thought they'd be nicer. Honestly, they were kind of.
I
They
know.
were a little bit mean.
Yeah,
That's
not good.
surprising.
You didn't know? I should have warned you. Yeah, they're assholes.
I see that now.
How do you know they're assholes?
I travel.
Okay.
It checks out.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Do you want to know why you didn't get it?
It's because I'm a zombie.
Too easy. I want to make sure I'm walking behind Rocky the whole time, and I want to turn into a medium-sized minotaur that just looks fucking grumpy the whole time. I'm an angry cowman.
Oh god.
Yeah, so you use your changeling ability to turn into a minotaur.
And I'm just pissed.
You walk back out the opposite end of the tree, and it leads out into the edge of the Selesnya territory. As you exit the tree, you kind of feel the shimmering effect of the barrier dissipating. You're no longer under the protective barrier. Where would you like to go?
We're going towards what is this place called again? New Prov.
Yep.
But we feel like staying undercover or low.
Yeah, low key area.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I can either have Tinsel flying above and keeping an eye out, or since she's a giant right now, I could not do that. I'm not sure how low profile that's going to be.
What is the duration of your spell?
24 hours.
Okay.
Well, I don't know that people would necessarily, besides the Selesnya, really know that you or Tinsel would be traveling with us. I think they see lots of rocks flying over all the time, anyways.
So we'll probably
And I look like a cowman.
What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
What change it back? Do it back.
Can't. Gotta stay this way 24 hours. It's the rule.
Yo, if you knock him unconscious.
I believe he reverts
That
back
is
to his
true.
natural change. Plus, he has 4 strikes.
That's true. What good are rules if you don't follow them?
I'm just.
Let's see, that's a crit.
Well, we can
No.
we can sleep in your tent. We can do the tent thing again.
I can do that if you want.
We can take a nap.
Well,
Get back all of our HP.
you think we should travel a little bit first?
That's fine.
Get a little bit closer.
I mean,
Kinda
well,
scout
Should
it
be
out.
fine.
The day
after a
just
long
started.
rest
Well,
or short
yeah,
rest.
the day is still very early.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
you
haven't
know,
been a
I used
couple hours.
every single one of my hit dice there. So.
And all your hit points.
Yeah, that too.
I'm okay.
All
with-
84 of them.
Yeah, like I say we do that.
Yeah, let's start heading into town. How long does it take for you to do your orange thing?
I think it's just a minute,
That's a good question.
I believe.
11 minutes. It's ritual.
Oh, that's ritual.
11 minutes.
Cool.
All right, so not too long. Yeah, I'd say let's start heading down that way. Maybe stop and get some food or something along the way.
Sure, yeah, I love food.
Yeah, I'm starving. Maybe place cooks up some nice gravy. It's still kind of brunch time.
So are you looking for some sort of restaurant in the area?
Probably heading
Oh,
south.
yeah, on the way.
I assume there
Either
wouldn't be
in-
any in.
Precinct 3 or in Precinct 2.
Think they got any beef gravy?
Precinct
Wow.
2 is filled with more, let's say, like middle to upper class citizens. There's a lot of houses. There's a lot of businesses of like former adventurers. Precinct 2 is a little bit nicer than some of the other precincts, and you are heading out of Precinct 3. Is that
Mhm.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. I would say that depending on how long you want to travel, it wouldn't take you long to actually get and cross the threshold into Precinct 2. I'd say maybe another hour or so of travel.
I will keep an eye out for anybody watching us.
You got it, dude. We need a passive perception. What is your
17.
passive perception? 17? Okay.
Yeah, yours is better than mine.
Tinsel is also keeping an eye out.
Because I'm a better
Um,
teammate.
No, just because you have a higher
Passive
wisdom. level.
perception is 14, but she's got an eagle eye view.
Well, just
Okay.
okay.
The area that you first come through, I believe. Can you show me? Can I see the map? I'll tell you which area you're coming to. So you are here. You are heading south into Precinct 2.
Mhm.
Oh, so it's going to take a little bit longer than an hour. I thought we were going north.
Is north easier?
No, north would
North
lead
is-
you out back
yeah.
into the
Right
area you
ways.
don't want to be in.
Yeah.
So the options are that you can head into Whitestone, or you can head directly to New Prov. Because here's the Precinct 2 map.
So if we head straight to New Prov, then we wouldn't have time to stop anywhere because we have to go there. and
So
back out.
the area of
Yeah.
Whitestone is basically a neighborhood. In Precinct 2, the residents of there's Boros soldiers. A lot of them are retired that live in the area. Obviously, the Azorius Senate Guild Hall is here. And the Orzhov Syndicate has a presence here, but it's mostly in connection to a lot of the smaller businesses.
Any nice restaurants that do brunch?
I would say that in this area there would probably be there'd be several different types of restaurants that would do. Like I said, this is not a poor end of town. This is an upper to middle class area.
All right.
Because most adventurers retire, usually it means they probably did some exploring. They probably found some things. So nicer area.
So say we'll pick like probably look for like a medium class, like not the fanciest, most expensive, but like step down.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that you're able to find a sort of just
Like an Olive Garden that does breakfast.
got it. Sure.
Just a step down.
Unlimited breadsticks and gravy.
So you're able to find pretty much like like a very common sort of
Italian gravy.
almost like a diner style restaurant. It's locally run. It's not very big. There's people coming in and out, but it doesn't look like it has a huge crowd inside. It looks almost like it has a bar inside as well. I'd say it's more like an Applebee's.
2 for $25.
We fancy like date night at an
I
Applebee's.
feel like before going into this district
Country song.
or precinct in general, I'd probably use my mask to kind of look less undead.
Okay.
so I don't draw more attention to ourselves.
That looks like a minotaur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Minotaurs you actually see, they're not that uncommon here. They're kind of wandering around. Most of them are either ex-Boros or Boros that are on duty.
Undead are a little more.
Do I
common.
see anyone that maybe I would have known
here.
that retired here?
I'll roll you for it.
All right.
Not with a 2 on a percentile die.
Percentile dice too. That's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, well, we can, y'all want to get some food, get some brunch, my treat? Get a little, gravy in the belly? Have you had gravy before?
I've had gravy before.
All right, so you know what we're
Mom's
talking
gravy
about.
was awful.
Well, this is going to be better than Mom's gravy. It's like drinking Skriznik gravy, probably. Not good.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
not too different.
what
At
did
least the smell wasn't.
It's sour.
Eating Skriznik.
Yeah, you know, he's got that canteen that he keeps the sour gravy in.
Yeah, don't drink out of that. It is group initiation, but that's okay.
Yeah, I have advantage against disease. I don't even think that would help me in that situation.
I'm immune to disease, and I don't think it helps.
Yeah.
You know, for such a big guy, you have such a weak constitution.
True.
Yeah, ask everyone who turns you into stone. Bitches. Anywho, into the restaurant for brunch.
So the restaurant, the sign outside that's kind of hanging from the almost like flagpole looking thing. It says that this place is called the Copperhead. It's gonna be puzzles. It has like almost like tavern bar Wild West style like swinging doors. There's no actual like lock or anything on it. And the sign outside says open 24 hours.
Is there card games in Ravnik?
There's card games everywhere. Yeah.
Well, this place looks good.
It does. It does.
Yeah, I always wanted to do this with these set of doors. I'm gonna try and like kind of. I'm not gonna like Spartan kick it, but I want to like kick the doors in and go. How y'all doing?
And your foot gets stuck because it's men.
Yep.
No,
Roll
I'm just kidding.
initiative.
I'm just kidding. That'd be fun though.
That would be something.
So
I wanna
you
do that.
you wander, you kind of kick the door, give it a not a terrible kick, but a minor little kick. The door swings open. You kicked it a little harder than you probably meant to, but it didn't do any permanent damage. They just swing open and then they kind of come back and almost catch your foot.
Oh, how y'all doing?
You see a few of the locals. It looks just like like I said, ex-adventurers. Some of them look like they are affiliated with Boros. You actually see a couple that look like they're affiliated with the Orzhov Syndicate, as they have the embroidered things on their belts. But most of them almost look like new recruits. They don't look like enforcers like Elvin. Some of them almost look like clergy.
All right, so good news. Boros people are here. They got gravy. You're welcome. And we'll ask for a table for 5.
Oh, just 4. I'm gonna go over to the card game. Is there a card game?
There is no card games being actively played.
Shit. Oh, so
Back
did
to
you.
5.
Back to 5.
Back to 5.
Back to 5.
Okay, so the small restaurant, it probably only has maybe 4 large tables and a couple of small tables that seat comfortably maybe 2 or 3 people. The larger tables can seat very easily up to 10. And then there's the actual bar that it's not quite in the middle of the restaurant, but not quite at the edge of the back wall. All in all, it seems cramped in here with the amount of tables and the lack of actual space. But overall, it kind of gives you a very comfortable vibe. It does seem very homey, and you get the sense that you're surrounded by people who have stories, as they have scars and they've either served in the military or they're the younger people that you see in here. They seem to be either listening or telling their own stories. The barkeep himself is it's oddly enough it's a Cambion. Not the Cambion you've been looking for, but it is a Cambion. He looks to be elderly as far as Cambion go. His slicked back hair has more gray and white in it than black these days. And he's got like this pair of like bifocal glasses, similar to yours actually.
Grandpa?
One of his wings on his back looks sort of smaller than the other one, and it has it looks like rips through the membrane, so it doesn't look like this cambion has flown in a really long time. What? 5.
Yeah, this many.
5. Okay.
I think it'd be more like
Hey,
this many.
got it. What do you have?
Y'all got gravy?
Always.
Gravy.
I ain't deaf.
Oh, gravy then, please.
Yeah,
Thank
gravy.
you.
Do you want anything with the gravy?
Your finest meats in the gravy.
Specifically beef.
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 He's not really a minotaur.
What's beef?
Beef. Like what I'm made out of.
Shit. He's one shit.
No one eats minotaur.
Why not? It's delicious.
It's like horse. You can't eat it.
No, you can eat horse.
That's not true. Yeah, see?
Well,
Now you're lying to the man.
you shouldn't.
You shouldn't lie, I know.
We got some roasted boar.
No, that'll do. Fine.
We can probably get you a bear steak.
What? Yes, please.
All right, bear steak and gravy
And biscuits.
and biscuits. Yeah, we can do that.
You guys got rolls? Like cinnamon rolls?
I'll roll for it.
Today no cinnamon rolls, but we do have these pumpkin rolls that are pretty good.
I'm down. Pumpkin roll me up.
You got it. It comes out, and it looks like a cinnamon roll, but it does not smell like a cinnamon roll. It's made in a very similar way. Yeah, we always have these. They're fresh. It's sort of a house special.
I'll eat it.
It's delicious.
I was waiting for him to be like, "Concept."
No, it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually it's probably one of the best like sweet type rolls you've ever eaten. It has this sort of like almost invisible glaze across the top that blends into the color of the roll. You didn't even really notice it at first. It's almost like caramelized sugar. The rest of your food will be up.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We did
Appreciate
a lot of. Well, yeah, sometimes you, but
What?
you come from the Undercity.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because he's undead. How you doing?
No laws against being undead up here as long as you're on a leash.
He do be barking. Rough.
Hey, money is money. His money's as good as anyone. We don't discriminate here.
It's fair.
I mean, look at me. I'm a demon.
Yep.
So, what brings y'all in?
Brunch.
Yeah.
You know, hungry and this place looked good.
It is good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of minotaurs here, so I figured, you know, good
Oh,
food, good
yeah,
gravy.
the Boros love it here.
Yeah, we had to be with our people.
Your people.
Minotaurs, yeah.
Oh, I was talking about the Boros, but all right, yeah, we can play this game.
So water.
Sure, yeah, if that's what you want.
Cool.
You notice that he doesn't seem like he's writing anything down or ever leaving the table.
Oh.
Well, we're gonna talk about some stuff. Maybe
Oh,
you can.
I'm intruding.
No,
Yeah.
I just figured, you know, maybe someone else needed orders or salt
Mm.
packets.
No, I think they're good.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. His guy over there looks like his cup's a
He
little
keeps
low.
kind of like looking at you all kind of intently.
Can we help you?
I don't know. Maybe.
Can you try and figure out this guy's intentions? He seems a little
He
malicious.
make an insight roll.
I'd have a horrible insight. 15's not too bad though. 15.
Something seems off about him.
Hmm.
I'm just observing.
I'm gonna look at Rocky and kind of feel like this guy's a little off. Kind of look.
As you're kind of looking around, you kind of get you pick it up first. It seems off in here.
Hmm.
Like staged off.
No,
Or-
not staged, just
Can I?
Something doesn't really seem right.
Can I look around the rest of the room and see if I notice anybody like looking at the party?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
With arms wide.
oh no, I only got a 12.
You don't see anyone actively like staring at you, but you do kind of get the feeling that several people here are watching you.
Mm.
So I'm assuming I noticed something is off, and I asked Tencel if there's anything weird outside because she's circling the building. She didn't come in with us because she's a giant bird.
Why would you notice something off?
Okay, if I don't,
Well,
then
you
no.
know the guy waiting on you is being weird, definitely,
Okay.
like 100%. Like
Okay.
he's not even hiding.
Okay.
So Tencel is still circling around. If you're viewing through her eyes, you need to be in a trance-like state.
No, we can communicate telepathically. So if she notices anything off, she can tell me.
You
But
have
I
to. I'm
can't
pretty
see
sure
through.
you have to go into a trance-like state to communicate, but it's not like long.
I don't think.
You have to almost kind of like go blank for a second.
All right, I'll look that up later. Don't worry about it.
Regardless, Tencel reports back to you that it doesn't seem anything weird at all, at least from the outside.
How do I feel about after eating that roll?
Actually, it was probably the best roll that you've ever had.
Do I feel different?
You feel less hungry.
He's good.
It's more than I can feel.
Again, I'm sorry. I'm intruding in your space.
No. I actually like that you're here. Kind of give me that weird vibe. And I kind of like weird. There's something about it. The whole group's weird. What are you doing here?
I'm working.
Yeah, but why do you work here? How does a
Uh,
demon like you, probably great adventurer,
I
Well-
was.
yeah, after he, lost his wing.
Yeah, how did you lose your wing?
Yeah, what happened?
I lost a bet.
Hate when that happens. Did the Orzhov make you pay up?
Wasn't that kind of bet.
Oh,
It was a bet with Rakdos.
Ah.
kind of bet would you make with him?
I told him that I could fly faster than him.
Well, that's just dumb.
Well, I used to be a pretty good flyer.
But
And I
better
was
than-
pretty close friends with Rakdos. Used to be one of his main advisors.
Now you work at a dine.
Well, I'm old now.
This is just as bad as the greeters.
As you guys are having this conversation, you see this like tray come out, sort of levitating, and it sort of floats over and sits down on your table with all of the things that you requested.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a doll that I've been working on knitting.
Mhm.
It's almost done, and I'm just gonna sit here knitting,
Okay.
completely ignoring everything else.
Love that movie, by the way.
I've been doing thinking, guys.
Yeah,
I don't want any other food. The
Was
roll,
the
the roll
roll-
was enough.
that was enough. I mean, I kind of want the bear steak, but
Bear steak looks amazing.
You don't want it.
It's seared on the top perfectly. There's been like a slight little, just slight cut along the edge, so you can kind of see the coloration. I'm not sure what color you like your steak, but it's the right color.
it's the correct color.
Yes.
I don't know if this would work or not, but could I use like my divine sense to see if I don't know, the food's been fucked with in some way? I don't know. It tells me more like if it's evil or
Yeah, your food is
divine
not
or-
evil.
Food's not evil.
I don't know. I was just like,
I'm not gonna give you a mimic
Seems-
steak. That'd be fucked up.
thank God.
Not today.
Now I gotta be careful what I eat.
Make this guy paranoid.
Thought
about
it was just
everything.
doors.
Shitting, eating, doors, everything.
Well, I'm gonna start digging in then if it looks that good.
The food is great.
What that pepper? That's oh god.
I take it it's up to your liking.
This something hurt.
Okay. It's good. It's good.
That's my bread.
You guys working or
I gotta go use the little Minotaur room.
we don't have a restroom.
I'll go out back.
There's probably an outhouse around in the alley or something. I think.
I'll go out back.
Sure.
Probably. You work here and you don't know. And I'm still knitting.
Knitting? Knitting?
Well, I mean, when I gotta go, I just do this, and he snaps his finger and he disappears, and then he comes back.
Oh.
Hmm.
Neat little trick. Dimension door.
Oh. It's pretty
Seems like a waste of magic to me.
Not really. I can do it as much as I want.
that's not scary to have your
Well,
waiter be able to cast a 5th level spell at will.
We are in a little
He
bit.
uses dimension door to take a shit. I wouldn't be that worried about him. He's
That
probably,
is true. That
It's
is
probably
that is fair
Plus, that's
point.
the quickest shit. I mean, it must have been a no wiper. I mean,
No, he uses Dimension Door on his shit.
just doors it somewhere else.
Yeah, I got up and went to the.
so you wander out into the alleyway and you find an outhouse. It's like a 3-person sort of like they're all kind of conjoined and there's like dividers in between them, but it's one big stationary unit. No one seems to follow you out, and you're able to go into the outhouse, no difficulties.
Well, this is good and all. We gotta hit the road. We got a long.
Oh
way to go.
yeah.
You got check. I'm paying.
Check. And you see he's kind of doing math. I don't know, 10 silver for everything.
All right, here's 15. How y'all doing?
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, very attentive for your waitering skills. And you take
Appreciate
a
it.
quick poop. You washed, like you were going pretty quick. You washed your hands, right?
I didn't actually poop.
Oh,
I just was showing you what I do if I have to.
okay.
Still went to the back. Please must wash their hands.
Yeah, y'all got.
We don't have a sign for that.
Oh,
Wait till the
start
CDC.
to slide us over back.
So, as you're kind of paying and standing up and getting ready to leave, you notice that his words start to become a little bit more slurred and a little bit more unclear.
You been drinking or something today? It's a little early.
No, I don't drink.
You ever heard of a stroke before? Can you hold your arm straight out? See if one falls.
You know that they're looking for you, right?
Everyone's looking for me. I'm the Minotaur Bandit.
What'd you steal?
My heart.
That was my child.
I was more curious to see if you were worth the bounty that they put on your head. I'm gonna let you go, though. You seem like nice people.
How much are they paying for us these days?
And you see like this illusion that is on him begin to fade. And he looks like a much younger Cambion. Still not the one you've been looking for.
Still busted wing?
No.
Ah.
It's awful.
Yeah, there is a price on all of your heads. It's a lot.
Even mine?
No,
I was gonna say, I didn't
You're
think
a-
that anyone caught me recently.
you're a variable. Probably get bonus for you. If these are your friends.
I met him, what, 2 days ago?
Are these your friends?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Listen, I like money, but and he goes, this is, and he snaps his finger, and the illusion of the restaurant sort of fades out, and all of the people sort of fade out.
So why wouldn't you try and take us out then?
I got
Like
enough
money?
money.
Who put this bounty out for us?
Oh, Sadek, hates you guys.
Did mention.
It's my story. He's actually my brother-in-law now.
That's sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know.
You know what type of beer vampires drink?
I don't.
Blood Light.
Ah, I like you.
Well, thank you very much.
Is the outhouse also fake?
no, not it's not.
Yeah, it's just in the middle of the street.
It's not his outhouse.
Just pants down like. It's a hairy.
I just
yeah.
thought you guys should be aware and be more careful when you're traveling around. But I don't like Sadek.
Yeah, he's a little creepy.
Well, along with all of the other people that he runs around with, including that Blood Witch.
Yeah, they are. They're not good folk, and we're hoping we can go ahead and win this competition. Make sure they can't hurt anyone like they've been doing.
Oh, I hope you do.
Talking about that, do you know any
And that story about me racing Rakdos, that was true, although I won.
Insight.
Go ahead, make one.
Ooh. 17.
He appears to be telling the truth.
Really?
She's a really good liar.
As I'm pulling up my pants. Well, what'd you win for beating us?
Did you walk here with your pants
What
pulled
did I,
down?
what did I win? I have just the smallest bit of his power. And I get to call him my friend.
You know, we made him laugh,
Yeah.
or we entertained him, if you will.
Really?
Yeah, you want to see the act?
Not really.
It was. Well, I
I'm
mean,
sure it had to be good, though, if you
we
stood in front of
performed.
Rakdos and you're still alive.
valiantly.
Yeah, I threw a fireball at him. That was fun.
I'm just a curious bystander. I wanted to see what was so special about you all. And I caught wind of you coming through, and I said, I'll have some fun with it.
Hmm.
But again, I'm not turning you in.
I feel like it's just kind of weird you being so open like this about and maybe almost trying to kill us.
Not everybody in the Rakdos is necessarily a bad person.
Well, yeah, our buddy Skriz there. That's an example.
Maybe I want to see you win.
Does you like order and over chaos?
If you win, he doesn't win.
Well, yeah.
And right now, he's winning.
You know how many more he's got left to do?
One.
Do you know which one?
He is working currently on the Rakdos one.
Guys, I think we're sure. Yeah.
Well, I feel like he's not a great performer. Well, no,
I don't
that's
know.
Not true. He is.
They're doing Empire
Psych
State Fire.
vampires? That sounds like high charisma.
We lose.
The deck himself is not actually in that team, but they have put together a pretty good team.
Yeah. Well, we should.
They do have a slight advantage since Madame Madri is on their team.
That is true. Rakdos hates Madame Madrid. I remember seeing that on
I thought she worked
stage.
for them.
At one point.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She has a bounty now.
That's
Or she had a bounty like before the thing started on her head.
Well,
From the Rakdos
We
guild.
should probably head
They
out.
might get lucky. They might just kill
Yeah.
her.
Fingers crossed.
True.
Well, I feel like with that, knowing that little amount of information, we gotta get rolling, hit the road, and
Yeah.
do our dang thing. Do we have any way to more so disguise ourselves? I don't think Niz and Minotaurs have great disguise
What are
considering
you talking about?
present company.
I'm supposed to be a changeling.
I mean, the best I can do for myself is look like a commoner with the
He's
mask.
a commoner. Can't do anything about the ugly goblin.
So you know that the guilds ain't supposed to get involved directly.
Well,
You know
They're-
how I said I was friends with Rakdos.
well, yeah. But there's not necessarily a law that says they can't either because there are no rules.
No.
Could you fly us to the next place?
Would you trust
Do
him?
I
to
look
fly
like a
us to the
taxi
next place?
service?
You want to see us win?
Yeah, you can walk your happy asses over there and go win. You've got
Okay.
2 challenges left, right?
How
He's
do you-
got 1.
How
And
do
I
you-
don't think that they've attempted it because they're not sure how to approach it.
We've-
If you fail a challenge and everybody on your team doesn't die, you can take the challenge again.
So they haven't started at all, or they failed once.
I'm not sure. Rakdos didn't tell me that. He just said to be on the lookout for y'all.
Well,
So does Rakdos want us to win too?
Rakdos hates Sadek more than anyone.
do you know what this next challenge is?
Maybe.
Would you be willing to favor?
That would be cheating.
How's it cheating?
There's no rules.
There's no rules for that.
I want you to just think about it really hard.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Where are you going?
Zori's.
Zori's.
And
Yeah.
who's their guild leader?
A sphinx.
Figure it out.
We're fighting a sphinx.
Puzzles and fighting a sphinx at the same time.
Puzzles
No.
is our bar.
Our bar is called Rockies.
Anyway, fellas, lady, this has been a nice little chat. I hope y'all win. But I got other things to do.
Ditto.
So see ya.
Okay,
And he
was that
snaps his
steak
finger
real?
and
Oh god.
dimension doors out.
How did you make this steak?
Don't worry about it. This
You
is
see this like
spoken.
little
Bears
tiny
aren't
piece of
even
paper
real.
kind of fluttering along, and it has the recipe for the bear steak. on it.
I like it.
I take it, pocket it. I'm so happy about it.
Well, we gotta get booking,
First
guys.
things first, bears aren't even real in Ravnica.
Shit. What are you talking about? You guys have fought a giant bear.
Yeah.
It was an owlbear.
It was not an
They're
owl
now
bear.
extinct.
How are we all looking?
I mean, I can fight. I don't have my 3rd level stuff.
I'm
but
missing 5th level.
We
and
ain't got
most of my
time for
first
this
levels.
shit. Let's go.
I'm okay on first.
But other than that, I have pretty much everything else.
So you are heading to New Prov.
Yes.
So what we could do, we could skip this one, go to the next one if we think maybe it's not going to be a fight. Get that one out of the way, and then just have the one left. Maybe have some time to rejuvenate.
From the Trans Guild Promenade, it looks like they're about equidistance, although the new prov would be a bit further away. So we could do something like that. We could pick and choose which one we think
Yeah, I mean,
might be the best one to do.
I feel like the most amount of time we've spent is traveling and sleeping, right? So the challenges themselves have taken us like an hour or less.
Trying to set my challenges ain't hard.
No, I mean the
Kinda feel
whole
like he's
the
implying my
whole
challenges
Kraken
ain't hard.
battle was like 50 seconds in fighting
True.
time.
And fighting time.
But it was awesome.
it was an
Yeah.
awesome 50
It's
seconds.
an adult red dragon.
Yeah.
Not
That I
complaining.
didn't even nerf. That was a legit
Yeah.
red dragon.
yeah.
Too good.
So what do y'all think? It's about midday, right?
I think-
Hour there, hour back, hour challenge that we probably be able to nap and
You
do-
guys still have plenty of hours left.
Yeah.
But,
but-
you're not sure how long it's
Yeah,
going to take
exactly.
them to get done with their challenge.
Can all 5 of us ride on the bed?
No.
What? On her bird? Absolutely not.
Like
So-
one.
Like maybe 2 small people. Like Skriz size. Maybe 2 of them.
So I'm walking.
So here's what we got. If they complete the challenge, they got about as much walking distance to get to the Trans Guild Promenade as we do from New Prov.
Fuck it. We don't worry about them. We worry about ourselves.
But we have to, because if they win,
we can't do
Yeah,
anything
so-
about it. What, are you going to go fight them?
Well, if we complete this challenge,
I mean, we could go fight them.
meet them on the
That
on the way.
is an option. There's no rules.
There's
They've
also
already-
no guarantee that he told you the truth either.
That's also
Mhm.
true.
The only thing you insight checked him on is if you beat Rakdos in a race.
That is
Also
true. He could have also been working for.
He could have been Sadek.
Could have been.
That's
working for Sadek, too.
that's very fair.
That is also true. It's a text is very hard to read.
And I'm kind of a jerk.
Fuck. Shit. They haven't even done a challenge yet. They're just waiting for us at the finish
They're
line.
probably just waiting for you and going to
Yeah.
steal your guys' stuff and just win.
That makes sense.
Seems like a very mean thing to do.
So our options are
Seems like a very me thing to do.
I
So
think
go
we
to
go.
those
We,
two.
we do whatever one first. We do the Orzhov first.
You want to do Orzhov first?
Fuck.
Yeah,
What are you scared about?
that's fine.
Let's do it.
Warzone first.
Yeah.
Let's do the Orzhov.
It's gonna be a counting game. Counts. That's all. It
Yeah, let's go into all the challenges. We go into their vaults. We count their money.
let's go.
and then we leave.
Elvin goes, well,
Easy.
might give up.
Well, I do worry about like kind of going back and forth and backtracking a little bit because we do have to go to precinct 1 when we finish
Well,
to turn our stuff.
here's the
in.
thing. About distance-wise, it wouldn't really from where we are. It wouldn't be too big of a deal out of our way to go to there and then back to New Prov. and
Well,
then
we
to
can do the one
Trans
right
Guild.
here.
Yeah,
It
we
would
could.
probably only add a total of like
Alright.
max an hour,
You know what? Let's
from what I can gather.
Let's
You
do-
guys are closer to New Prov
Of
presently
course.
than you are
Alright.
to the Orzhov.
That's why I'm saying it would still add time to go to
Flip a
Orzhov
coin?
first, but sure.
Okay. Evens, Orzhov, Azorius odds. It is even. Azorius.
Let's do
All
it.
right, let's go.
Let's head to.
Best
Orzhov.
party.
That's yeah.
Let's go.
So you continue to walk towards New Prov.
Watching the whole time.
I would
Okay.
also like be that guy. Kind of put me on Liz on edge a little bit.
Good, should have. That was the point.
And
Yeah.
Thimblethip didn't even warn us. What an asshole.
What an ass.
That definitely was the point.
Since
So,
he's
did
keeping
You guys have had a nice, easy journey so far.
True.
Easy.
since
Well, at
he's
least outside of the
Fun
challenges.
crap.
Since
I
keeping
knew that
an eye out
pumpkin roll was
too.
too good to be true.
So,
Nobody serves pumpkin rolls
off in the
on
distance,
Saturday.
you see the 3 spires of New Prague. Each one represents a different form of government. Any of you who are familiar with his government in Ravnica can
There you go.
make a history check if you want to try to identify the 3 branches of Ravnican government.
I'm proficient in history.
Judiciary,
Let's see.
legislative. What is it?
Misdemeanor.
I got
felony.
3, so
The 3 branches of government that you know of,
Well, I
you
got
know,
10.
you know of only
Death
2.
tapes.
You think you know what the 3rd branch is, but you're not sure what the name of it is. The main central tower is the judicial area where all of the judges hang out. The smaller tower on the edge is where the Senate itself hangs out, where they make all the laws. And the 3rd area you think is known as the enforcement area, where they
Those two
enforce
sound good.
laws that have been written.
First 2. Yep.
What's the 3rd one?
Enforcement
That's the 3rd one? Like in Ravnica or
in Ravnica.
you
You mean in the United States?
yeah, that's like enforcement. There's legislative,
Yep.
judicial,
Yep.
and I don't remember the 3rd one.
The president.
It's not the president. There's no,
The-
it's not.
it's the executive branch.
Executive. Okay,
Which
not
is-
the president.
That is the
That is-
president.
I know it is. I knew what they did. Because legislative makes the laws.
That's your Congress and Senate.
Judicial
That's the Supreme Court.
reviews the laws.
They interpret the law.
Interpret the law.
You need to go back to school.
Public school.
I remember 2 out of 3. That's 66.
50%.
In
still
most
count.
classes, that's an F. You still fail.
Yep. These get degrees, but that was an F.
but that was,
I'm a software engineer.
He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna code you some shit. Anyway,
anyway, we go on.
the towers themselves are made of this very similar type of white marble structure that you've seen. So it's not smooth. It's kind of rough on the outside, but almost like a textured instead of like being concrete. It does have sort of a sheen to it as the towers sort of they extend to the sky, and there are three of them. They form almost like a triangle from the sky point where Tinsel flies over, with the largest one being the point of the triangle. Then you realize that the circle encompassing it also looks like the Azorius symbol of the circle with the triangle. You see some sphinxes resting atop each one of the towers. They look to be nesting or branching, or nesting or perching in some capacity, kind of just observing what's going on. You see smaller, what look to be not rocks, but there's some sort of winged horses flying in and out, more common to a Pegasus. But they're of various colors, white. Some of them look like they're like Palominos, and some of them almost look like Clydesdales, like much bigger. Flying some of the larger members of the Azorius Senate, like Minotaurs, and well, just the larger ones. Some of the Simic hybrids, ex-Simic members that have joined the Senate. The main entrance to this area is a large set of steps that leads up into the central area, where this large circular wall has an opening, and then it goes around on each side, and then there's another opening on the back side. So it almost looks like 2 half circles next to each other. The walls are probably 50 feet high. They're made of this almost like gold material, but it's definitely not actual gold. It's almost like they were painted gold. You see the Azorius Senate symbol on pretty much everything here. Banners are flying with it. All of the people and patrons walking around in this area, they look like they're going to and fro and doing just normal things. You see what look to be some of the judges that you've already seen, like the Muldrin View when you met Muldrin, wearing the same types of those dark blue robes that you recognize immediately as like Supreme Judge robes.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got like torn into or something. But ethereal being.
You see mostly wandering around to and from carrying documents and things. You see mostly Vidalcan and humans. Although there are various different elves, you see a couple of centaurs, a couple of very distinguished looking goblins, which it's
like it.
odd to see goblins walking around because they all sort of have that same gruff accent. Somewhere between Skrizz's accent and pretty much
Gringo.
every other goblin that you've
Gringo.
ever met. But the way that they speak is a lot more dignified. They use much larger sentence structure and definitely more
Bigger
grammatically
words.
correct. They use larger words, but they still have that just like little bit of gruff on them. They're all also clean, and that's
Yeah,
weird.
that's a strange
That's
sight.
weird. Not actually green.
No, they're goblins are actually more of a like a light green color. Skriz is always like a dark,
Dark
green.
green.
color.
So
Like a yellow.
are we? So is Thipplethip walking with us? Is he invisible right now, or is he just?
Thibblethip has just been hanging out with you guys.
Okay.
He just doesn't say a lot.
I like to try and strike up conversation with him while we're walking. So you've worked with the Orzhov before a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Do you think you might have any insight on what this challenge could be?
Well, let's see. Sphinxes are they're clever. If they use a sphinx for it, it probably won't be a straight combat scenario. I would say they kind of detest it. They do have the enforcers, and the enforcers kind of go and do their thing. But they're more of like a last resort, or if it's something that they feel that the Boros is not. I don't want to say equipped to handle, but larger scale threat. Boros deals with big revolts and and small time criminals. These guys deal with more powerful entities and higher ups, rich people, or just crazed wizards and things
Makes
like
sense. That's probably why they came along for the Madame Intrigue scene at like the very beginning.
Yeah, it makes
To
sense.
kind of put it in perspective, like the Boros is more like the military
Mhm.
police, and these guys are like the CIA
Yeah.
or the FBI. They're very focalized
Mhm.
in what they do. They're like specialists. These are all very highly trained paladins.
Cool.
They all carry these like scrolls that are able to basically on the fly enact like laws. They're called lawbringers.
Yeah, I think he used a couple of those on us when the whole
We got
guild pact
arrested.
thing. Yeah.
They don't
happened.
write laws, they enforce laws that exist. So if
Mhm.
someone is breaking a law, they can hold out the scroll and tell them what law they are breaking, and it will bind them and they have to stop.
I remember that.
So while we're walking in there, kind of talking about this, and we're getting the sense that we're gonna do combat, I'm gonna do another 10 points lay on hands to
Sure.
myself to beef it up.
But the thing you gotta know about sphinxes, if you haven't dealt with sphinxes, is that they're clever, very smart, and tricksy.
Yeah, we've only dealt with one in court.
Yeah, he got ripped in half.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got
They have a very sense of they're impartial. They're one of the only species that we've ever encountered that can look at something and make a very truly unbiased opinion on it. That's why they were put into power. It's why Azor was given rights to make the laws and enforce the laws.
Makes sense.
Azor was very smart and clever, but he didn't favor one side or the other. Law was the law.
Yeah. You definitely tell from the first.
They're
guild
very
pact.
what I would call logical. They don't let their emotions run them. If they even have any, I've never seen a sphinx laugh. I've never seen a sphinx cry. I've never seen a sphinx even display the slightest bit of anger. They're always very the same.
Very like stoic.
Sure, that's probably a good word for it.
A little bit educated myself.
I had a feeling about you. I knew you've read some books.
Yeah, just a few. Mostly, about military and strategies.
Most of my dealings with them was to travel back and forth, deliver papers. Sometimes it was important stuff, sometimes it wasn't, but I don't know, I got fired because I always was getting lost. Now, I've been in Ravnica for a while now, but I don't remember exactly how long. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not even sure how I got here.
You know, if it makes you feel any better, I don't remember coming to Ravnica either. I was just happened to be here.
You weren't born here.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not.
I don't think I was born here. I think I came from somewhere else. I'm the only one of me I've ever seen.
Well, I believe that's true of a lot of people. I'm the only me that there is.
No, but I've seen other minotaurs. I've never seen another.
I'm not.
I don't even know what the hell I am.
I would
Well,
call
Look at
you.
me. I'm tiny. I'm small. I got one big eye.
Do you want to make a name for what you are? We can, since you're the one, we can make a name for it.
Do you know how I got my name?
How?
Didn't even know what my name was. Someone sneezed one time when they were looking at me.
Oh.
Ta-da, that's how I got my name. Filled with a...
Well, we could. Would you want a better name?
No, it's kind of grown on me.
Okay.
Big name, small person.
There you go. So, what do you think your race should be?
Not sure.
Like,
They kept calling me a homunculus.
human, what?
I don't know what that means. I think it means tiny person. I think.
I think you're more like a ocular mus.
Okay,
You know, ocular means eye.
sure. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, I knew you did. I was just talking it out. You know, we're going through a process here. Or you could
So
be.
you guys have any strategy for this? Whatever that you're gonna deal with?
I have a high
Probably-
I have a high intelligence score. I don't know.
Strategy? I don't do strategy.
Strategy.
I just wing it.
Well, we're gonna try not to let Elvin talk, and we're not gonna let Skriz use the wand. That's
Yeah.
about as good a
As
strategy.
long as
I have
nobody,
it tonight.
as long as nobody calls the Sphinx a lard ass, I think we'll be okay.
Lord. It's a pipe.
Alright, well,
Shit.
I guess good luck.
Yeah, hey, feel free to throw a couple punches if you want, Mr. Ocularmus.
Okay. Are
Yeah.
we sure you're fighting?
And
Only
I
if we're
don't-
fighting.
I don't
and
know.
if you have a good idea on how to beat it, let us know.
I know how to beat it.
Oh.
Don't do it. You can't lose if you don't try.
But you can't
Yeah.
win either.
He's got a good point.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, then Ravnica gets controlled by Sadek.
Yeah, we don't want that.
You guys should let me have the pendant when you guys are all done, and let me be in charge.
Even
I'd be
better,
a good leader.
even
right?
better than Sadek.
I couldn't do
that's
any worse
true.
than that guy,
That's
right? I
true.
mean,
That's like bottom line right there.
That is true.
It doesn't pay well.
oh. What? Oh, well, I'm not making anything now.
Pays the
You
same.
guys haven't paid me anything.
I thought we were
Did you
friends.
ever
I haven't
get your
gotten
money
one
back
piece
from
of
the
loot
result?
or no, I haven't got none
I'm
of
gonna
that.
reach inside my,
well, that
my
sucks.
bag and grab one of my teddy bears and hand it,
It's
offer
like
it
as
to him.
big as he is.
That's so
Well,
fun.
that's cool. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm gonna keep this in a safe spot, though. I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, no, you keep it.
And he draws like a circle with his finger, and like this black purplish portal opens up, and he sticks it in, and then he pulls it out, and then the portal closes. That's what she said.
Oh yeah, I just learned I can do that.
It keeps getting cooler and cooler.
Doing
That's
more
pretty
and more.
neat. Do you think you could teach me how to do that?
I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm doing.
Huh.
It's all about confidence.
Yeah. Just try it. Just think real hard, confidently,
I've seen your coat. Your coat does something similar.
Yeah,
And
that's why
draw
I'm
a
so interested.
circle.
It's pretty cool.
just
Oh.
like that. Just draw a circle,
It's
confidently.
It's a
That's not
circle.
that's not gonna work.
You
It's
just
not-
try.
I'm just
See,
gonna
you're not
minor. I'm just gonna
confident.
minor illusion the same thing he did.
It's interesting, right? Because I don't think that I can like put a hole through something, but it's almost like I open up a space somewhere else. It's got a bunch of stuff in there. I've got some rocks and that bear now, and a couple snacks for later.
Very cool.
So also, I kind of live in there sometimes.
Sounds
Sorry.
nifty.
It's where I sleep. It's dark in there. I need to get a light.
Well, Screws can make your head shine.
It's true.
So
Okay.
He did that to me. That was helpful.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Does he have to touch me?
Probably.
I'm
it
out.
may come out of your eye too, so I don't know how that would
Nope,
work.
I'm out.
Make his whole eyeball glow.
So as you are
Looks like
continuing to have this
maybe
conversation,
I
you
should
walk
eat these.
towards the center of the New Prov main tower. It has sort of like a main gate similar to the Is It Tower, but it's not this clockwork thing. It's very precise. It's pristine. The doors of this are this dark blue wood color. It's wood that's been painted blue with like silver lining it, and it almost forms up into like a pointed archway.
All right. Is anyone gonna prep anything? We all ready?
You know, I'm as ready as I'm gonna get, but I think we do our traditional huddle up.
Sure.
Huddle up and I cast bless on everybody.
As
Mage
you are
armor's
casting
nice.
magic within a area that is not known to you, the large sphinx on top of the central tower flies down.
Shit.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
The lion body parts are blue. The armor is this dark gold metallic color with sheeny bits of green copper through it. Not as many jewels as some of the other armor you've seen on sphinxes, and this one looks to be a smaller sphinx, still big but smaller. It looks to be some sort of descendant, definitely of Isperia, with the flowing purple hair. The purple in his hair though looks lighter, almost white. The feminine face with the yellow eyes looks at you and says, "You're here for the competition."
Yep, just doing a huddle up before it starts.
The pupilless eyes look at you completely expressionless. "You should be careful casting magic where you are not welcome."
You know, there wasn't a sign. That is my apologies. Would you like me to drop the spell?
No.
But I apologize.
Very well. Are you ready?
Ready as
We're
we're gonna
ready.
be.
We're ready. Let's
Present your champion's pendant.
do that.
You have made a lot of progression
Mm-hmm. I would laugh.
onward to the challenge. And the Sphinx raises its wings out, and you see what looks to be reality around you fade out. Daylight turns to night, and you are magically transported into an area that is no longer in New Prov. You look to be standing almost in the astral plane. You see the galaxies above you, the huey purple mists of the nighttime sky and outer space float all around you. The floor itself doesn't even look like a floor. It looks like you are just standing in vast darkness. And as you look down, you see nothing. And the Sphinx stands in front of you, regal. It seems to have almost grown 3 times its normal size. You are ready for your challenge.
Yes, we are.
Very well. Behind me is a door.
Mm-hmm.
Your challenge is to go through the door.
Sure.
But we got to get past you.
I will not block your way.
Then what's the catch?
The door's locked.
I have a question. Is the door alive? Like, so I've been attacked by a door before. It had like teeth and stuff. It's just same kind of, you know, alive. No.
I don't think they're
The Sphinx looks at you with sort of puzzled, not really even irritants, just almost puzzled.
So we have to get through a door that's locked.
Yes,
Is it magically locked? Regular key?
that's up to you to find out.
All right. And it sounds like it's not alive.
What's the floor like in front of that we're standing on?
The floor is vast darkness.
I'll take out.
You're actually surprised that you can see in here at all.
Okay. How far is the door from us?
It's hard to tell distances in here, but you would guess it's probably 50 feet from where you're standing.
All right, I'm gonna take.
Because it
out-
doesn't really look like you're in a room. It looks like you are standing in space.
I'm gonna take out a handful of ball bearings,
Oh, that's a good idea.
and I'm gonna roll them across the floor towards the door.
They roll across just like you are standing on solid ground. The Sphinx again looks at you with puzzlement and spreads her wings again and flies up and seems to perch on nothing and just watches.
Alright, the floor is solid for the most part.
I'm gonna call up. Any hints you want to give us?
I guess not.
Yes,
Guess so.
you might want to write this down.
Is that with a capital W or shit? I didn't bring a pen.
I'm going to read it once, and then I will repeat it if you need it. From the entrance you face, move like the hand of time's ticking grace. 5 on 5, repeated by 5. You have all the clues to get out alive.
Entrance.
You want to read that one slower?
From the entrance you face.
Okay.
Move like the hands of time's ticking grace.
Okay.
5 on 5, repeated by 5.
Okay.
You have all the clues to get out alive. As the Sphinx says this riddle, her eyes begin to emanate a crackling bit of almost looks like lightning energy spewing in her eyes. Your final hint is not quite so cryptic. Should you attempt to open the door unsuccessfully, it will hurt. The eyes of justice see all.
The entrance you face, like the hand of time, taking breath. 5 on 5, repeated by 5.
Listen, this is a me original riddle. Good luck Googling that one.
I didn't Google it.
I'm just letting you know. You won't find that one on Google. I am a really good dungeon master.
And so humble.
So, you are standing in the middle of what looks to be time and space. The door on the opposite end of you seems to be hovering, roughly 50 feet away. It looks to be made of a almost ethereal-like material. Sort of shimmers and fades, but it's large. It's a large set of double doors. Around the door, you see a stone-like frame. That's it.
Is it circular?
No, it's like a rounded double.
I guess we could try and inspect the door a bit closer.
As you get to about the 25-foot mark, on the sides of the, not really walls, you see, it looks like letters begin to illuminate on the wall around the door.
See how much word for friend.
Bad at all.
Are these letters or any specific order?
They are in a specific order. As you continue to walk further, you see letters on the left-hand side of you sort of floating. There are 2 sets of letters on the, like, by the door. And then there's like another set of letters on the right-hand side. And then there are the letters that go around the door frame. Would you like the letters?
That would be lovely.
Okay. So, where would you like to start with the letters?
Start in the left.
Starting from the left. The left wall has the following letters: T, U, R, N,
T.
T.
Turt.
That's it.
TURNT.
Correct.
Turt.
Next one down. Next one for what?
Yeah.
Take lightning.
He said it was gonna be big.
You have been smitten. Smoten.
Right.
Right wall.
The right wall next.
Mhm.
The right wall says N K R O O.
N is in Nancy.
Yep.
Around the door.
Which side of the door? Or the door frame?
So there's the left of the door, right of the door, and then the door frame, correct?
Yes.
So I guess
Yeah, I guess
The door frame?
frame one.
The door frame says OODED.
Who did?
Did.
Left door.
Left of the door says UPSIH. Aaron thinks he's figured it out.
What's the right door?
Right of the door says B as in boy. W N D E.
Bundy.
Wendy.
Wendy! I like it. Not the one. Let the thing get near me. It's gonna turn me blue.
So how far away are you from the door?
So we were
Like-
around 25 feet
We
door
started.
there from where we started.
To like 10 feet, maybe. So I mean, close enough so we can see all that.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Make it out real good. Get a good overhead picture.
The left door was. I'm gonna repeat it. back.
Left of the door?
Yeah, left of the door is UPSIH.
Yep.
Okay. Just wanna make sure. Well,
As you are looking at all the letters, you hear what sounds to be the ticking of a clock.
When you say the door frame, does that mean it wraps all the way around the door? Is it above the door?
It wraps all the way around.
Okay.
It's a square, like a rectangular door. A
No,
hobbit
it's
door.
kind of roundy.
Something about like a hobbit
Not
door.
quite like a circle, but like a half circle.
So 5 letters in each side, 5 total sides, 5 minutes to solve it.
So does this clock sound like it's coming from a specific direction or just all around?
Sounds like it's coming from all around you. It actually sounds almost as if you were inside a clock.
Interesting.
I'm really glad you guys decided to do this one.
And is it like ticking like on second hand?
You're not sure. It just you just hear what sounds like the ticking of the second, like the clock ticking, not time like the minute hand. It definitely sounds just like just normal ticking. I'd say with your just normal investigation skills, you'd be able to determine that it was like seconds, count it, not minutes.
Okay.
Up above, the Sphinx continues to look down at you all very curiously as Some of you pulled out scrap pieces of paper to take notes. A clock moves to the right. Moves clockwise.
Yep.
Moves to the right.
Right.
So would it be all words that are on the right?
Or starting from the right and going to the left, like a clock, right? So we use all the words, but we start with the most right and then work around.
What's the most right? The door?
So it starts at 12, so I'd say the door itself, right, is kind of the central focal point, and then right of the door, far right, and then left of the door, far left. Does that make sense?
Your brain works better than some of the other competitors. With that, I shall give you one hint. You are close, but the order of the letters is wrong.
So we're not turned to nothing?
The Sphinx's eyes go from this like lightning energy to like a flash of white. And then you see on the emblems of all the different letters what looks to be numbers next to them. TURNT has a 1 next to it.
The whole thing does?
Yep. UPSIH has a 2 next to it. BWNDE has a 3 next to it. OODED has a 4 next to it. And NKROO has a 5 next to it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the combination I love.
With that, the clock ticks. Tick tock. Tick tock.
First 2. Kind of fun watching you guys work on this. Like I gave you guys a pop quiz or something.
All right.
To everybody taking it home, they're all trying to figure out what these letters mean.
Mhm.
So I can't fill the time with silence, and watching people solve puzzles sometimes is not fun for other people at home.
You guys didn't think there was going to be a pop quiz today, huh? Ooh, the brains are spinning much like the wheels on the clock. Tick tock. Tick tock.
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board.
Where are you at?
I am not jealous of you all right now because I have the answer, and not having it would be terrible.
So before I agreed to join, he actually sent me this puzzle, and I still don't know what it is.
I didn't give her the answer. I just said, "Here, can
Yeah,
you figure
no.
this out?"
I don't think you gave me all the clues though.
She said, "Nope." So, like, from what I've seen, I can tell Bill has the general idea. You're like kind of close, but you're thinking about it just way too hard.
I'm pretty lost, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not super great with it.
Maybe you should confer with each other about your
That's
ideas.
true.
Well, I try to take the first two words and it puts turn this up. When I put the first two together. Just take the words. What do you have, Bill?
I've been trying to anagram the words itself for an order. So the combination for the door could be like 2, 5, 1, 3, 4. So I'm thinking the words may tell us some sort of the order maybe, or we have to speak the words in the order of
That makes sense if you had to
the order
speak
of
the
1,
words
2,
in
3,
order
4,
or something.
5. Could be.
How did you get your words?
So turn and
Mm.
up. So these first two.
Mhm.
So TURN, TURN, this. up. That's it. But it doesn't work for the bottom three. That's where there's too many O's.
So close.
Yeah.
He's turning it upside down to see if it
Turn
works.
this upside down.
He's like, maybe if I look at it from this angle, it'll figure it out.
From the entrance you face, more like the hand of time. 5 on 5, repeated by 5, you have all the keys. Where am I going? Oh, shit.
So you said the door's circular?
It's like half circular. It's got it's rounded at the top, flat at the bottom.
So
And
not
the
like
edges
a
are
clock.
sort of not circular.
So
It's
not
like
like
it's a
a
normal
clock.
door.
It's just like it just looks like a normal door.
Archway doorway.
Oh, and it has a handle in the middle,
I suggest
So it is
not
a
grabbing
hop.
that
Kinda like
until
kind of like a hop.
we know what the puzzle is.
Did Tinsel come with us?
Yeah, you didn't tell me that she didn't want to come with you. So
Okay, cool. If we don't know for certain, we can have Tinsel try it. Not sure that'll
It's okay. I've
help
done,
matters.
I've done worse with Benji.
But-
I used one of my enchantment wizard feats to make them target him instead of me. It did
Speaking
save my
as the
life.
DM and not as any of the creatures in the room, you could investigate the room a little bit further to see if there are further clues other than the letters.
Okay,
There could be something right in front of your face that you just don't recognize.
that's true. I would like to.
You know,
do
much
that.
like the very first Krinko thing that you guys ever did.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. I would like to investigate the room then.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
You have guidance. Or well, you have a D4.
I have my own guidance actually. I kind of forget I have that spell. I got 20.
So, very faintly outlined, you see in the constellation stars behind the door, almost as if the wall that the door is made from, are perfectly spaced squares. And the squares are in a row of 5. with 5 on each of them. So it's like a giant box with 5 squares wide and 5 squares down, and squares all in the middle. Equal.
So 25 total blocks.
Total of 25 boxes, yes.
We have a total of 25 words. Or letters, I mean. So.
I know sometimes when you get in situations like this, we forget the very basic stuff like, maybe we should look around.
True. That's true.
I think it's as easy as we make it.
Might be. I think you're awesome. Although, if it's 5 rows of 5, it might be 5 letter.
They're not all 5 letter words. I mean, if that's the combination, we can just put 1, 2, 3.
Well, there's no
Put them in the box.
there's no lock. There's no like combination lock. There's no numbers on it.
So you said this is like basically like in the door, kind of.
No, it's like
or
floating behind the door.
behind the door.
It strikes you odd that the stars around would form this perfectly box-shaped area of 25 boxes
Mm-hmm.
that are all equally spaced. And had you not looked at it at a certain angle, you wouldn't have even noticed it right away.
So the letters that are around us,
Mhm.
especially the ones that aren't on the door, are those made of stars too?
They seem to be glowing with some sort of astral energy, yes.
Can I try and reach out and touch one?
Yeah, I mean, they are warm to the touch. They're not cold. They are solid.
Can you move them?
No.
Okay, good to know.
When you kind of reach your hand out, it almost feels as though you are touching a wall,
Mhm.
but it looks like this is like carved into the wall.
I see. Okay.
Someone's getting closer.
What are you doing? What have you done?
Oh.
I just put them in the grid.
Oh,
That's all I
yeah,
did. That's all I did.
Maybe it's a word search.
Where's our?
It could be.
It could be. Oh.
So, T-U. Oh, wait, I probably should space that. I'm going to use all my paper.
I'm not seeing a single word in this word search, so I don't know if it's a word search, but
What did you put them in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, that's all I did.
Going downwards.
Here.
So like 1 is.
1, 2.
1,
So what if we
2.
did it the other way?
So flip it.
Turns is down.
There's also a part where it says starts from the door. You work your way around like the
Yeah, I don't know. You're pretty close. By pretty close, I wouldn't move my letters.
Good to know.
So if we're reading it like a clock, what if we start with R and then work our way around and in? Right? Because we have to read it like a clock.
So
5 by 5 by 5. Ride.
1, 2, 3.
The gravy train. Yeah! Got it!
Whoa!
He did! He said the thing! He said the thing!
Let's start with the R and the N. R, I. Maybe it's just 5 letters around.
This is as far as I got when I was doing the puzzle before.
Yeah, but you were right.
But I didn't get it.
True.
But you're close.
And I didn't have the grid clue.
So that's That's probably where the grid clue comes in.
I'm a much nicer dungeon master than others. Some people wouldn't even tell you they had them in the right order.
That's
But I
so
don't
true.
see you guys like fishing around and moving them.
Yeah,
8 times.
yeah.
That's not fun. So close.
Yeah, as an escape room game master, that's not fun.
Remember the riddle.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it?
Turn
Yes.
All right.
door.
Turn the doorknob up.
Yeah,
Turn the doorknob up.
I got it right as you got it.
Goes around in a box,
Turn the.
just like a
Wow.
clock.
Impressive.
I turn the doorknob up. I'll be the sacrificial lamb. Fuck it.
Would you like to demonstrate exactly how you're going to turn the doorknob?
So can you describe exactly how the doorknob looks?
Sure.
Like
It's a round doorknob.
a round doorknob. Okay.
So turn it up.
But
How'd you turn up your radio?
so if it's round, you turn this. You're turning it up and down.
No, but
Turn
you're
the knob
turning
up,
it.
Clockwise.
upside down.
You turn it.
Yeah, like a clock. I turn it right.
So you're just turning the doorknob right.
I mean,
Are you
can I
turning-
move? Does the doorknob move when I grab it?
The doorknob moves, but the door doesn't.
I mean, I feel like there's only one way to turn it up. So if you would put the bottom of the doorknob to the top, you would turn it to the right.
If we fiddle with it, can we literally grab it and flip it upwards?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn it.
How far would you like to turn it? Which direction would you like to turn it?
Can I inspect the doorknob first?
Make an investigation check.
I'd like to help.
Yay! Help!
Advantage.
Help! All right.
The
The matching dice
your
goes.
brain.
Ugh. I believe I have a +6. I just have to confirm.
You should just take the highest of it.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Just the
Describe
highest
yourself.
one too.
Huh?
You should only have to roll one d4. Just take the highest of that. Yeah, it's to both. Doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 17.
That's not too bad.
From what it looks like to you, the structure of the door seems similar to some other types of doors that you've seen in Ravnik, only this is a much larger version of said door. Being an enforcer, you've seen lots of doors very similar to this, only they weren't quite so magical in nature, with doorknobs in the center. Typically, the door can turn from either the right or the left.
But you're saying how far do you want to turn it?
Yes.
Let's say turn it clockwise.
If I'm gonna turn it clockwise.
As an enforcer, you know that these doorknobs can turn completely all the way around.
Do they click when they do it?
Yes.
I'll wait for it to click 5 times.
You want to turn the doorknob completely around all the way.
Just
They only click when they
turn.
reach like the.
The
all
door
way-
will turn in a complete 180 degrees.
That's what I want to do.
That's it.
That's not upside down. Yeah, never mind.
Hang on. Is there more to the puzzle?
I lost
So-
my page.
Side. Oh yeah, maybe.
From the entrance you face.
I'm just, like I said, I'm just asking, how are you turning the door? I just need to know.
Wait.
Wow.
Back to the grid. I think there's more to it.
I know, I lost my greedy.
SIDEDOWN.
Turn the
Upside down.
door.
Upside down.
Upside
Yeah, turn the door upside down. So I'll turn it
Yeah.
Down.
Got the second
90
part.
degrees.
You want to go 90 degree,
Yeah.
Well,
right or left?
90
would be a
90
quarter
would
of the
be
way
just
through.
quarter. So you want to do 180.
180.
That would
He
be.
just said it went 180, so that's why I said 90.
Oh,
But I want to do, yes, half of going all the way around.
Okay.
all the way
If there's a
around.
tick on the top, we want it on the bottom.
Yeah, we
We'll
want
say
to.
that there's a tick at the top.
we want it
Make
at-
it easy.
we
So you
want
got
it-
a tick on the bottom.
We want it at the 6 o'clock.
You got it.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to use some healing spells.
I think that's
Or a
right.
potion. Well, saying that you
Sounds
just roll
right.
dice.
Turn the doorknob upside down.
Can we pop the doorknob off and then look at it?
You take 30 points of lightning damage as the Sphinx shoots out a bolt of lightning at the person who tried to turn the doorknob.
Wasn't me.
I am going to give you a dexterity saving throw to see if it strikes you fully.
So how could you turn the doorknob upside down?
It says. So
Uh,
what is the 5
12.
on 5 repeated by 5?
You fail.
I assumed it was the grid, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's correct.
So wait. Well, if it was just a grid, it would just be 5 by 5, not with an extra 5. Repeated by 5. 5 by 5.
Really fun. I really figured you guys would have got it by now.
Uh, So it's not an actual circular door. It's a door, and then the top is just like a little piece of glass on the top, like it's a rounded piece, right?
It's
Kind of
wood.
like that.
No, it's wood.
Well, so it looks like
It looks like every dungeon door you've ever come into in your entire life. Yeah, but it's wider.
What does it say again? Turn a knob upside down? Exactly.
It's
kind of like that.
there's nothing.
Or upside
There's
down.
no thing at the top, Bill.
Turn
Jerk.
Upside down.
So we can't actually turn the door itself. Does the door move at all? Like if
Nope,
I try and
it's
just
pretty
turn the door,
stationary.
will the door come off of the handle come off the door?
Nope, doesn't seem like it does.
And it's in the middle.
I am going to give you inspiration though for thinking outside the box. In fact, I'm going to give you inspiration for figuring out the order
That's
of the letters.
so fair.
Who was the first person to figure out that it went around in a circle?
I mean, technically, I said it, but we said it.
Yeah.
We kind of figured it out at the same time. He
Yeah, I'll
verbalized
give you
it.
inspiration for figuring out what the actual words were, and for being brave enough to open up the
That's so fair. Too bad you didn't give it to him before he
Upside
made
down.
the deck save. Although I don't remember if he made it. I was too busy trying to figure this out.
So when he turned it that 180 degrees, did we hear a click?
door. Yeah, it's
So we
like
How many
heard
times did it click?
just once. But when you went to pull the door, it didn't open, and the Sphinx shot you with lightning.
Yeah, maybe it could be upside down 5 times. Or if we turn it upside down and then pull the handle off. Just trying to think like
This is really fun.
upside down for door handle, I would think is like
Um,
the part that's in the door.
would using identify on the door be cheating?
No, because it could be sort of a magic door that Identify wouldn't be able to identify.
That's true.
So no, that would not be cheap.
I'm not actually expecting it to work,
Can I
but
homebrew a spell called Solve the Puzzle? I'm just kidding.
If
Solve
you're
the
a
puzzle for
cleric and you're high
500.
enough, you can use Divine Intervention.
That is true, but I'm not high enough for a cleric. I am a cleric, just not that. It's not enough for that.
I mean, you guys figured out what the words are. And the words are more important than the riddle now. The riddle was just to figure out what the words were.
What if we turn the riddle upside down? Does that help us? Turn the words upside down?
this one?
Yeah.
I feel do it bad.
Pre-rolling for whoever opens the door next.
I think I can take another hit.
What if we just keep? I mean, it's probably dumb. What if we just keep turning it as much as this is? So
Could keep
1 turn, 2 turn. Is that maybe a third one? Doubt that's it, but that's fine.
Sending him inappropriate memes.
That sounds about right.
I look like one of the ghosts getting shocked from the Ghostbusters.
Hmm.
I don't usually get to join in the meme activities.
Okay, so what do you guys think about turning it all the way around and then down again? Because that it would kind of almost fit how many times it turns in this, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we can try that.
All right. So I'm gonna go to the door. You guys good with this? I'm assuming it's not going to hit multiple people, but all right. I'm going to go over to the door and I'm going to turn it 360 and then another 180. So if there's a tick on the top of the door,
Okay.
it goes around once and then goes around until it's back pointing back down. Again.
So, did they do the lightning thing when he tried to pull the door open, or just when he like stopped turning?
When he tried to pull the door.
Good to know. So if the door, like if it can't turn past one, you might want to not pull it. If that's your own, if you, I mean, you can try it. but
Okay.
That's up to you.
So
I'm gonna turn it until the tick points down. Just I'm not gonna turn it all around. I'm just gonna turn
So
it
that's
down. I'm gonna wait and see if anything happens.
So that's 360 and then another 180.
nothing happened.
All right. So I'm gonna turn it from starting 360 and then another 180, so it's pointing down. Anything happen?
Nope.
All right. I'm going to pull the door. Worth a try.
You need to make a dexterity save.
Oh right.
With
Plus-
you get a +4.
Don't forget you have your
Thank you.
inspiration as well.
Oh
You might
yeah.
want to use the inspiration.
Okay. How do I use
You-
inspiration? I've never done it before.
You just add a d4.
Yeah,
D4.
Or whatever your
it's
guidance is, right?
it's the
No, inspiration
Oh,
that you
right,
gave me.
You basically roll again. It's,
Yes,
it's
it's-
like
it's-
having advantage.
yeah, it's basically having
Oh,
advantage.
yeah. Let's do that. That's not a whole lot better, but a little bit.
Twice as good. Wait, 3 times as good.
Okay.
Going from a 3 to 9.
Okay.
Maybe we should cast guidance
15.
on the next person that tries to open
You
the
fail.
door.
Darn. How much do I
Um,
take?
The thing shoots out
Yeah,
bolts
is that a
lightning
saving
from
throw?
both eyes
Right.
as you try to turn the door,
Checks.
the doorknob, and you take
I think
24
you're
points of
right.
lightning
The
damage.
next ability text.
Yeah, it's
Attack
it's just
rolls.
ability checks.
It's not attack rolls.
That's bless.
Really good thinking outside of the box, though.
So
Sorry
you,
that I had to electrocute.
That's
you turned it.
You're not sorry.
How many? You turned it twice.
so 360 all the way around, and then
And then
another
180.
180 to turn it upside down. And you turned it clockwise. I mean, we haven't tried counterclockwise
did.
yet, but again, that means somebody has to try
Yeah.
and open the door again.
I only assumed it was clockwise because of the riddle.
It could be.
That's the only reason why.
Up, down, A, B, A, B.
I mean, yeah, but
You see Skriz over in the corner. He's kind of just kicking dirt. And he's like, "Ugh."
yeah, that sounds like screws.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the handle and I'm gonna turn it for 5 halves. So if we have, I'm gonna say the notch is on the bottom of the door, right?
Sure.
So I turn it notches up, turn it again for 2 notches down, 3 notches up, 4 notches down, and then 5 notches back up.
Okay.
And then
I feel like that's very intricate.
try and
While he's doing this, I'm gonna cast. Oh, I can't cast guidance. We just went over this.
yeah.
Wait, we have bless though.
Yeah.
This whole time.
Yeah.
Alright,
I
so
forgot.
don't turn it 5 times.
So you at least get to
Don't turn
D4.
it 2 times. Don't turn it just a half time.
Well,
Make a dexterity saving throw.
you have bless.
Six, 16.
That's fair. You take 23 points of
You
lightning.
said 16 was a fail?
Yep.
Good to know. Because I'm probably going to be the next one trying to open the door since everybody else has had their turn.
The Sphinx seems not really amused, but just continues to watch with curious intent. The the lightning is still flickering in her eyes.
Can I? It doesn't hurt to keep trying to look around the room just in case we miss something. Like maybe up in the Sphinx's area, see if there's something up there. Maybe. Like I don't know if there's a ceiling to this room, like that we could tell or anything.
You can make another investigation check.
Are there any reflections anywhere?
So if you
I'll use
turn the door
guidance.
upside
I can tell you no, there's
Okay.
not.
That is a 18.
It still just looks sort of like time and space.
It's
The
not hurt to
clock
look.
itself still sounds like it's ticking
Where's the ticking coming from?
all around.
all around. I'm sure.
All right, can I?
You have me attempted, by the way, if you have an idea. So that's we've all already taken damage.
Well, I was thinking with the actual initial riddle itself from the entrance you face. So we would be facing the clock. If we're facing the entrance, maybe we're looking at it backwards. Maybe we have to turn it the other way.
So counterclockwise.
So we might be looking at it backwards, right?
Okay.
So maybe just turning it counterclockwise that halfway.
Upside down.
Yeah, because if we were looking at it the other way, it would be going counterclockwise.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
fuck it. I'm grabbing the door. I'll do it again. Same thing I did,
All
but
right,
the
I
other.
was gonna do it, but
Same thing I did,
Go
but
ahead.
the other direction.
Okay.
counterclockwise. Oh.
I can take it.
You know, it's probably got. We probably have to move it in a cadence with the ticking of the clock.
Dexterity saving throw.
That makes sense at all?
Mhm.
Because he keeps saying you still hear the clock ticking. Maybe we have
So-
to.
17.
17 succeeds.
Yeah.
You take 13 points of lightning damage.
So-
That's after I took half off.
Moved like the hands of time taking grace, so that could be.
So we could move small increments, like
Are there any
by.
markings on the knob, or is it just a
Five.
smooth knob?
We could turn-
Anything?
There was the notch you guys said that you wanted to point up.
Okay.
I'm fine with that being there, but that's
We-
it.
we
We
could
have
turn
no
the-
keyhole, no
the-
nothing.
The door handle by 5 degrees every tick that we hear that goes by. Right?
Wow, you guys are looking
by
at
5
this
minutes.
like way too hard, and I apologize.
Can we turn the door upside down?
You cannot turn the door physically upside down. No,
And just to be clear, there's like no way to go behind the door.
there is no way to go behind the door.
I was just making sure.
Now I want you to think about what you just said. You cannot physically turn the door upside down.
But we can be upside down.
You're absolutely right. You could figure that out.
So I'll stand upside down.
What? How are you gonna do that?
I can stand on my head.
Rocky could probably pick his ass up.
Yeah, I mean,
I can.
so turn the door upside down. Okay, so I'm upside down now.
So now you're upside down,
Yeah.
Grab his
So
feet.
the door looks like that.
Sure.
and you want to try again.
Turn,
That's the only other thing we've not.
turn the door upside down.
Uh-oh.
Turn the door handle upside down.
So I'm just asking. You
Or
are
turn the
physically
door
having
knob
someone hold
upside
you
down.
upside down.
Yeah, but that would be all the way around. So it would be turning it all the way, like how you guys are facing. That would be you start at 12 o'clock, you make it go all the way to 12 o'clock.
So what I'm asking is are you physically upside down?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Door open.
Yes, I knew he was buffing. Ah! I was getting.
Sphinx doesn't really smile, but the lightning fades out of her eyes. The door swings open into what looks to be vast nothingness.
Damn it.
Do you go through the door?
That was our objective. Yes.
As your party walks through the door, the bright sun flashes around you, and you are back outside of New Prov, standing on the Azorius symbol.
I support you. You didn't even take a door hit.
The
You literally, I was going to. You literally pushed me out of the way like twice.
the Sphinx
I was like,
looks, is in front of you and gives you sort of a graceful bow. The eyes of justice are everywhere. And sometimes things are exactly as they seem. Congratulations.
You know. How long were we in there? So,
Probably an hour.
yeah, okay. That
Yeah,
makes
like I said,
sense.
And that's
Pretty
being
much an hour.
generous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We figured it
So
out.
you
We
hold
figured
out
it in
your-
20 minutes.
You hold out your pendant and collect the Azorius leyline energy.
Now we gotta run. Gotta eat a rest.
I think this wouldn't be a terrible idea before this.
I can do a short rest.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I'm
We
at
didn't use any spell slots.
I'm out of hit dice and my arcane recovery, so short rest won't do
I was
anything
just
for
like,
me.
they're
but-
so close. They're like right
Yeah.
there. And he's like, maybe we click 5 here, then 5 here. And I'm like,
5 degrees.
I
Yeah.
thought it, and I'm like, that's
Well,
dumb.
here's the
I'm
thing.
not
Okay,
gonna
that's
do that.
exactly why it's good.
Hear me out.
I knew you had to be close.
If we
I would-
turned the knob from 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock off the first try, would it have happened?
No, you need to be physically upside down to turn the doorknob.
That's what I want to make sure.
Like I said, the clue itself was also another riddle. So you had a cryptic puzzle and a riddle within the answer to the cryptic
Mhm.
puzzle.
we're
So
missing-
all you had to do, it didn't matter how you turned the door, you just had to physically be upside down. The clue was turn the doorknob upside down.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're missing the
turn-
comma.
We're missing the comma.
This is
Exactly.
why,
And that's why punctuation is important.
Exactly.
But no, really,
Fisher,
seriously, good job, team. That was
executive,
tough. That was not an easy
punctuation.
riddle because it was 2 riddles and a
It was.
and a cipher.
Yeah.
So
Well,
look at the big brain on this team. Bravo, bravo.
So,
And again, you
so-
won't find that on Google.
No,
so we
we
won't like. So
Not before today.
I would say I could use that for my party, but they're
If they're watching, they'll know.
So, yeah,
we'll
exactly.
go. So we go straight for a rest, or do we keep going?
Well, I mean, what do we think we're gonna face at our next place here?
It's hard to
I don't know.
say.
It could be a
I
lot of things.
feel like it's another fight, but we could. I
We're
could
gonna
be
ask.
wrong.
Do you have
Yeah,
any
we're
deaths?
both
Did
about-
Chris actually take
I'm
the
pretty-
money?
Low on
I'm pretty low on
It's
spell
just, it's
slots.
just a question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So your idea for what we should do for the Orzhov is a bank heist. That's what we wrote down.
I never said.
So
I'm pretty
no
sure. you
arcane
did.
recovery left. No
Yeah.
hit dice left either. I used all those because I was at I was at 1 HP. So
Well,
that makes
we can go outside of there and set up the little tent, and we could take watches to see if like Madame Madri's team is coming. You know, or what if we go to the square where we have to turn everything
the Trans
in?
Guild.
Yeah, and we try and rest there. if
So-
we see them coming, we can spring out, try and stop them.
It's not terribly out of the way.
We're gonna take on Madame Madri's team.
I feel like Orzhova has to be the closest
What other chance
to
do
the
we
Trans
have?
Guild promenade.
Orzhova is the closest to the Trans
So,
Guild promenade.
We could just camp out there, and if they come, we can try and take them out before they turn it in.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I
if
feel
we're
like that's our
gonna-
best bet.
We're
We
gonna
can't
take
tap out.
if we're gonna take 4 hours, we might as well take the full 8, and I can recover too.
Luckily, the only thing I need to do is just stand still for 4 hours, and I go on rest. I don't even have to.
I mean, I can watch.
True.
I got one big eye. I'm good at watching.
Ocular.
That would be very
nucleus.
helpful.
Yeah, I keep an eye out for any other. Who am I looking for?
Madame Madri,
I don't
big
know.
scary
Creepy,
lady.
yeah, creepy.
Oh, she's creepy. All right, so any
blood
creepy
witch.
lady,
Yeah,
I just yell a lot until you wake up.
The code word is cowabunga.
cowboy. That's a
Is
strike.
that offensive to your people?
Yeah, as soon as it says it, you're like, that's a strike.
Strike one to me.
Yeah.
All right, it is.
Incredible.
The DM gets inspiration.
That's
There was 4 turtles and a rat that was trying to bounce along.
That was sweet, by the way.
I wish I was there for that.
It was free. Oh, you're gonna get fighted again,
Yes.
assuming that you don't die again.
That's true.
What are you talking about? I'm a fucking robot.
Seriously, that's like the
Die.
most annoying shit ever. Can you not have the like the 10, 11, 12-year-old kid controlling your actions? I don't remember how old Jared is, but he's not an adult yet.
Maybe once he gets all his memory
I
back,
think
so that's
I
a
think
good.
it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Anyhow.
So I'll just kill you. It's fine.
That's yeah.
So we,
That's a good idea.
we
that
camp in the
don't
square. We take watches, or
How are you
Just
camping?
gonna take watch.
So,
Hit a 10.
with
Can you
the
cast
tiny
it
hut.
down?
are we going? Okay, so this is player talking, not Navena.
Yes.
Navena would know. Are we going to get in trouble if we cast that thing in the middle of the square?
No, we're just camping.
It's magic, and they didn't like it earlier when.
Well,
they
that was a guild
they didn't like it
hall.
over there. I
It's
mean,
a
we're
complete guild
moving.
hall. This is,
So this is like the uppity district.
yeah. So it's kind of.
This is the fancy pants district.
They generally don't like my
As a
kind around
player,
there.
you don't see people camping out on the streets.
Yeah.
So I would say that it might be frowned upon.
There are no rules though in the thing, so
I mean, maybe we can try and find a.
You guys might be able to find a back alley or something.
Yeah, back alley or like a tall building.
I
where you
would say
kind of
yeah,
try and
that
blend.
might be possible. Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Also, that was a very good idea. Outside the box, no one wants to get arrested right before you're about
That's
to win.
so true. Well, that's a nat one.
Nope.
Give me
You
just a
see
second.
lots of building.
23.
24.
I see a building.
Oh yeah, you find a
17.
good spot.
Cool.
You and then Elvin finds it right after you. But he was
You're like,
close.
hey, look.
But I figured out the
oh,
puzzle
yeah,
first.
first.
that,
Got
was, that was
her.
teamwork.
I know.
I found it in my head first.
She wrote it down. You know, we found.
You
the
guys all
supplier.
had like little different ideas. That's what like you guys need to talk to each other because I feel like you all have different pieces.
We found the supplier, so we infiltrated the dealers.
think of pop.
So you find a nice a little hideaway alley. It doesn't look too dirty back here, and you're able to kind of get out of the eye view of everyone. It's actually not terribly far from Orzova.
Good, good.
All right.
what
Normally,
we wanna
Navena does not do subtlety, but in this case, she makes sure that the color blends in as to the surroundings as much as possible.
Inspiration.
Yay. Now will that carry over to the next session since we only have like not that much time left?
What are you talking about? We're going through a whole nother challenge. No one's going to bed. yet.
Yes.
All right. Unless there are conversations that you want to have before you rest.
Good luck.
I'll do the traditional thing with using the sending stones with Rose and have like little updates and conversations and shit.
You still heard elephant noises in the background.
Does anyone have any other things that they want to accomplish or things they want to say to each other or to activities they want to achieve before they rest for the evening?
So Navena is going to make an excuse, probably just to find a shop or something,
Okay.
and then she's going to slip off for a moment.
Okay.
Definitely out of earshot.
Fucking leave it. She's gonna
You
tell
leave
the
the
other.
hut? Like,
The
what's your
hut's
problem?
Still there. Be there for 8 hours. Unless I get rid of it.
She stole the huts?
Magic.
She
And I
summoned the
He
hut.
picks up the entire head with us in
He locks the door and drops you off to Sadek's front door.
Yep.
Campaign's over.
Campaigns done.
So I slip off, and I
There's some guy standing in the alleyway over there. Go arrest him.
find
I'm
somewhere.
assuming you wait until the rest of the party goes to sleep.
Well, except for
I don't really sleep,
Yeah,
but
Well,
I don't really pay much attention to it because
I just
I mean my background. You don't pay attention to something like that. Well, you either do, or you don't.
no, I just give a jaunty wave as I go, not acting overly suspicious.
That's
So-
suspicious.
Bye. I'm not going off to sell drugs or anything.
So she slips off and takes a look around, make sure there's no one around. And then she pulls what looks like a small compact, like a little makeup compact made of metal, out of her coat. It's very old and rusty looking. She opens it up, and there's a tiny mirror inside. She holds it up, gives it a tap, and then she whispers, Danica. Danica, are you there?
You get no response at first, and then almost as if it feels like an eternity.
Yeah. What's up? Where you at?
I think I found a good crew. I'm not sure I trust them yet, but I think they're on the up and up. How are you guys
You
doing?
think they can help you?
Maybe. They're kind of iffy. One of them's Sidek's brother-in-law. One of them used to work for Madame Madri. One of them just has a psycho for a dad. One of them made a pact with a death angel. And there's this one guy that kind of follows them around invisible. I'm not quite sure I trust them yet, but I think they're our best shot.
Everything about what you said doesn't sound like I would trust them at all.
I don't.
It's like
And if they're smart, they don't trust me either. I just showed up.
They're Death Pact Angel.
Anyway, how are things going over there?
Same.
Loves.
She hasn't gotten worse. She hasn't gotten better.
Okay. What about Victor? Is he still doing his job?
It's the chair. The chair's
All right. I should probably go before they get suspicious.
Oh, probably. Is there anything else you need us to do from our end?
No, just stay safe.
Oh, we got the last shipment.
You got it?
We got it.
Good luck out there. We're gonna take on the last challenge tomorrow.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Then I close it, and then I return to the hut.
Another Elizabeth moment at the beginning.
More secrets.
That's all.
I don't have more secrets. At
She
least.
slips back into
That we know
the tiny hut. You see her come in, and she doesn't look like anything weird or suspicious, mysterious happened at all.
Okay.
And with that, she goes right up to sleep.
I don't have very good passive insight, so I believe it.
Anything else throughout the night?
Guess
Nope. I'm just staring, waiting for Madame Madrid to show up.
All right. Well, you guys get your long rest.
Yay.
fucks us.
The 8 hours passes, and since it was relatively early in the day when you went to sleep, it's nighttime.
To the challenge hall.
I like it.
Did you see Madame Madri at all?
Yeah.
I know you don't
I
have
figured we wouldn't have had a long rest if I did, but.
good passive. All right. Well, heading off to the Orzhov.
Oh,
I don't know anything.
Nope.
by the way,
That's what makes it fun.
It is. Role
I'd rather
play.
stand up from the table.
Tencel is back to normal size, I think.
Makes sense.
So you guys get up, you do your normal morning things. Are we heading to Orzova?
Hell yeah.
The Church of Deals.
The
I
Church of
think so.
Deals.
Let's make a deal.
I've been there once.
Elvin wanders and leads you through towards the square with the Church of Deals. The stained glass windows on the outside of the building seem to look onwards as flickering lights come through. It looks like a multitude of colors and almost like eyes shining through the darkness. The night is chill. There's a fog in the air, natural fog, that seems to linger around like in a cemetery. It hovers all around. There is a faint glow from the moon. It's not quite full. And Elvin feels very much at home, as this is his guild hall.
Yeah, cool.
Elvin points out that there are gargoyle statues along the upper levels of the church, and they are not just for decorative purposes.
TV show.
As you approach the steps leading up into the Church of Deals, you see another enforcer. And with her, it's Teysa. Elvin,
Teysa.
good to see you again.
Oh yeah.
In one piece, no less.
Oh yeah. Great surgeon. Great surgeon.
My team abandoned the competition. We lost too many.
Oh well, not everybody can be as good as me. I was the best Orzhov member. Now the best in the challenge. It really sucks to be me.
You know, you always had talent, but you squandered it.
Really? Did I squander it? Or maybe just merely baited you in?
What, into a false sense of overconfidence?
Sure.
You could have been one of the great law mages. You chose the path of debt collector.
Oh, yeah.
One of the lowest types of jobs that we can have.
Well, as people say, you never work a day in your life if you love what you do.
I love what I do.
So, you're happy. I'm happy. What's it to you?
So much wasted talent.
Sorry. Sorry to disappoint you.
I'm not disappointed. Everyone has to make their own path. But I am still cheering for you.
Good.
I assume that you're ready to take on the challenge.
Yeah, any hints?
No, no hints. All you have to do is make it into the vault.
It's a bank heist.
However, there is only one stipulation. You cannot use brutal force on any living entity in the bank.
Well, it sucks that I just swapped from being an enchantment wizard.
Vicious mockery.
Call that brutal.
It's
And
fireball.
you must try to go undetected.
You might have to lose the armor.
I have disadvantage on stealth rolls.
How about we ditch the armor?
If anything that lives, breathes, and has pulse catches you and you use violent means to it, you will be disqualified.
Seems fair.
Well, the good news is we get disqualified, we can start over again. Because you can repeat any challenge that you fail. If you're still alive.
Yeah, that's true. True.
The way that she said the word
I
disqualified
was about to-
sounded
I was about to say.
threatening.
Yeah, but we just can't use force. We can talk our way out of it. I'm a sweet dog.
She also said that no living thing can see you. That basically means members of the Orzhov. That is the guards, the other members. She didn't say anything about the spirits, ghosts, and statues that wander the grounds.
Gotta be stealthy.
I'm just pointing that out so that way you're thinking that you can't be seen by anything or use force on other things. They just said living things.
Undead's not living.
Correct.
I'm not alive.
Can you define force?
Look at us.
Force as in violent means to subdue. You
So,
can't inflict damage.
So we gotta.
no damage.
Well, with the intent to kill.
Understandable.
Could we intimidate?
Absolutely, but then you would be detected.
All right,
Maybe.
I'm ready. Let's go.
But that doesn't mean that you couldn't render unconscious.
5th level sleep.
That would be a non-violent means of subduing an enemy.
Exactly. Put him in the sleep.
So I'm going to let you guys think about that all next week and talk about it in Discord. Because that's
Mhm.
where we're going to end tonight's session.
Boo.
Fortunately, we should have Skriz back next week. And he should probably have some good ideas for
Has a lot of
performing a
support.
bank heist, as I will give you the full descriptions of the inside. And man, I was really impressed that you guys actually figured out it was going to be a bank heist.
See, I wrote it down.
He did. He wrote it down. He's like, the one's going to be probably like a riddle, and then we got a bank heist. The Gruul guys, like, what was all your guesses? We'll see how good you guys got.
All right.
True. True.
I know there's some that
We're
were.
going to do a scorecard. We got like 8 minutes before we got to be off the air, so let's do a scorecard.
All right.
Scorecard.
So Azorius, we had escape room or puzzle box.
Which was both.
Yep.
Boros capture the flag.
Yep.
Fucking
Yep.
Demir, some sort of illusion, something that's not real. Figure it
Yep.
out. Maybe mimics, because I think I wrote mimic.
You did. Yes.
Grohl, brute challenge.
Hmm.
Is it traps, droids, or problem solving?
Oh my gosh.
Golgari, fight plants or undead.
Yeah, you guys did fight that thing that wouldn't die.
That's the big stuff,
Selesnya, tame an animal.
Ah,
Yeah,
no.
tame now. Maybe that's something weak to fire, poison, or necrotic. So that one.
Well, we basically treated it as if it was
You
weak
get
to
a-
fire
you get a half point.
because of how many
You
freaking
guys could
fires.
use that strategy. You guys just chose to kill it.
So the mix was an endurance test over many different strengths.
That's very.
For Raktos, we wrote Murder House. so we
So
missed that one too.
that's 6.5 so far.
And then Orzhov Bank Heist.
So that's 7.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys 8. 8 out of 10.
8
you
out of
guys
10.
guessed. Like,
That's pretty good.
Pretty close. So
That's
bravo.
pretty good.
Either I'm becoming predictable,
So
or you guys are just smart.
well, so
I mean, you gave us a hint of
Which is
just
good.
when
Well,
when
with
she
the-
was talking with when she was talking, you only mentioned Victor. I didn't hear any other names.
Oh, you might think that we're talking about that Victor.
Maybe.
I just pulled a name to be honest.
that would be
Don't believe her. She's got secrets.
I mean, Victor is a common name, and you guys did kill Victor.
We did. Or
the
at
only
least
one
we
we
thought we
haven't
did.
Or
mentioned
did
either.
you?
exactly.
We didn't fucking stab him in the heart. Fucking stay. God damn
We didn't
it.
shove garlic down his throat, guys. Wait,
So
can we
while
go
these
back?
news over whether that's Victor Belheim or not, we're gonna see you guys next week. Thanks everybody for watching, and next week we'll be on the YouTube.
YouTube.
Everybody have a good week.
Deuces.
See ya.
I got to